Hello, welcome to another episode of SDS, and we are here for a Premier League Roundup. This weekend's football action was electrifying, highlighted by the always heated North London derby. Erling Haaland also continued his goal-scoring streak for Man City, while John Duran and Newcastle's Harvey Barnes scored some absolutely spectacular goals. Jadon Sancho also made a triumphant start to his Chelsea career, and Marcus Rashford finally found his goal-scoring boots. Surprisingly, Liverpool stumbled with a rare loss at Anfield, shaking up their home fortress, which rattled Fulham so much that he stayed around for the next day to watch the Liverpool ladies. Guys, we have a great episode, but let me introduce the cast. Next to me, we have my vice captain for today. He was captain last week, he was the host last week. Fuad, I was going to say Fuizzi, but it's in my head, Fuad.
Oh. That heavy.
He says in my head. That's crazy.
So I'm angry today, man.
Sorry, Liverpool lost. All I think about is Fuizzi. He should be here. Fuad, good to see you, man.
It's alright to see you, I guess. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright, you know.
Well, all right, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Opposite head, Faisal's here.
Good to be back.
Mastermind semi-finalist. It's crazy because last year, at least it was called Mastermind finalist. Now it's Mastermind semi-finalist.
Just downgraded.
It's been downgraded.
Cooked by a newcomer as well.
Welcome back.
I got robbed. I think that's the right word.
We saw your apology vid, bro.
And we saw the appeal. You got your point. Congratulations.
What, 1 point?
How does that feel?
I should get more points there.
You know, Steve messed up on that points thing though, because he forgot to remove a point from Cam's.
Yeah, well, how you giving me a point, but I didn't get
Did you appeal that as well?
You might get 2.
Yeah. And Ren is here. Welcome, Ren, with the Jude Bellingham Adidas collection.
It's been a long time, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, guys, been, man.
Good to see you, man. Been good,
Seen you in a
man.
minute, bro.
Like,
you
this
been?
is pre-season, man.
Pre-season, bro. We're 5 games in, man.
We brought out the international break and everything.
Catch up, bro.
But that's how long it's been. I've been in the mountains. Hibernating.
It's good to see you, all right? Because now we are talking about this weekend's fixtures. And like I said at the start, it's been an electrifying weekend of fixtures. We're starting with the North London derby, all right? This is, it's starting to become a one-sided fixture, it feels like, a few things that I can remember off the top of my head. That's 3 North London derby wins in a row for Arsenal. I now believe we have more North London derby wins at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium than Tottenham have themselves against Arsenal in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Ouch.
So now it's like the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is our stadium now. We've also won the league twice at White Hart Lane.
Ouch.
So it's like, is this like actual rivalry, or is it like Barcelona Espanyol? Liverpool Everton.
Why are you laughing? Shut your fat mouth, yeah?
That was crazy.
Even like Real Madrid Vallecano.
That's crazy.
Juve Torino.
Yeah, is it like that? Because I'm starting to think that it's a location derby. It's not really like a level ability derby.
Iraq and Kuwait.
Listen,
Iraq always win that.
That's what mattered.
DR Congo versus Brazzaville.
That's what you want, winner.
Congo versus DR Congo. Like, what is it? Somalia. I'm joking.
you're getting too far now. You're getting too far, bro. You're getting too far now, bro.
I really don't want to that one, though. Damn.
Come get your North back. Come get your North back. Yeah?
We're not getting into politics, but where's the bazookas at? Because I heard you had bazookas.
I can't escape this guy.
I heard you had bazookas,
He
bro.
kept receipts.
But listen,
this.
we're on the clock now. We don't have all the time in the world to talk about certain matches, so obviously all the jokes are finished. You actually went to your first North London derby game. I've been to a few North London derbies, amazing. Last season I went to my first North London derby away game, so I was at that stadium. We won that 3-2. But you went to your first, is that your first North London derby full stop home and away?
Full stop home and
Wow,
away, bro.
okay,
I've never been a season ticket holder.
Yeah, no, of
you
course,
know
it's
them,
not easy,
you know them
Fair,
tickets as well.
It's not easy.
Bro, they get nosebleed prices.
At the age of 43, making your first... Fair play to you.
I'm going to see you after this pod, you know. Your car won't have wheels, you know. The registration to his car is... beep. And see if you know what to do.
But how does that? Obviously, you've been to the first game. Obviously, you witnessed the defeat. It's not a nice feeling. We'll speak about the actual game as well because there's stuff to unpack. But one more thing as well, one more stat because we got the stats now. Arsenal now have more wins at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in just 5 years than Spurs have at the Emirates Stadium in 18 years. So that's another one.
Just hand over the keys, man.
So yeah,
hand over the keys.
It's
Ownership.
nasty work, bro. It's nasty work, and
great.
it's just like when you go to your first one, it's like you're a kid all over again. Like going to the big day, last 2 years we lost. Maybe we can do it this year. New season, couple new players arriving. You're hopeful. You're thinking, come on, lads, we got this.
And on top of that, their injuries as well.
Yeah,
helps.
obviously.
100% injuries coming in. You're seeing, 2 aging pensioners in midfield. I'm like, oh, Maddison, today is your day. Son Heung-min, today we feast.
Today this could be.
And you know what the infamous line is? It's the f***ing hope that kills you.
It is, man.
It's the hope that kills you because, what was it? 3 big chances I saw in that first half.
Yeah.
Dominic Solanke, Destiny Udogie, Brennan Johnson. Fluffed their lines every single time. No matter what level of football you play at, bro.
I thought Dom did well, though, to make something out of that header.
You could, but in my eyes, I'm looking at it as like big £65 million signing. He had chances like that in the Leicester game as well, coming back from injury. This is the kind of game. Announce yourself. Show us a little bit of why we paid that money. Do you know what I mean? And tactically, I felt like we didn't use him correctly, but he also didn't really impose himself and not allowed. I feel like Saliba and Gabriel just bossed him. Do you know what I mean? But what can you do, bruv? Then you expect the supporting cast at least. Son Heung-min, 2024, left wing. We're asking him to do shuttle runs and 1v1 duties. I said,
not easy, man.
Bro, this is cruelty to the elderly. This is cruelty to have a 30-plus-year-old doing that in 2024. I'm sorry.
I mean, you played a foot match the other day. You scored a hat-trick apparently, but like
I was there. I tried to do that shit at Anfield. I said, put me back in defence, man. I'm tired after 5 minutes.
It's caught up with him. You have to leave football.
It's real.
It's real.
So, son, listen, he can do all the military drills he wants. It ain't running. Yeah. I thought, anyway, then you got on the other side, you got the 45 million signing that Ange has obviously spent the money on. Lord have mercy, brother.
It's mad.
We don't have a footballer, we have an athlete. And I don't even want to go too hard on him because I heard he's deactivated his Instagram account and, the whole roller coaster of emotions is probably going through him. But that brother is not good enough to start week in, week out in this team. He is not good enough. Impact sub at most. You don't take your chances and you have that type of blunt attack in a North London derby. There's only one thing that's going to happen. These men didn't play great either.
No, we didn't, and we're going to speak about that.
But what is the one thing you hang your hat on when you know you're kind of coming in a little bit? For them, it's just come in, get over the line. They know they've got set-piece specialties. What do? We still leave Vicario vacant. So, like, the fact that we're still getting hit by the same issues last season, set pieces again. It's just...
It's mad how you mentioned Solanke's chance. I think there's one more where he should have taken the shot earlier.
And didn't take the shot. That was another thing as well.
I don't know why he took much longer. And plus, the pass was there for Brennan, even slipping through to Brennan Johnson.
Maddison did that as well. Son did that as well. So many times we got around the edge of the box and we were just scared to shoot and didn't want to shoot. And I'm like, you don't shoot, you don't score. It's simple as, bro.
That's true.
Listen, you get punished at the end of the day, and Arsenal, best defensive record in the league, set up a low block.
For sure.
We had zero X factor in our attack to try and break that down.
And the thing is, I think, yes, I agree, like, we didn't do anything amazing, and I expected that because a tough away game. Now we're building a reputation for ourselves where, home or away, but even more so away, right? We never look like we're going to concede. No matter who we play against. Obviously, we play against City. I think in 2024, in 10 games, I think we've won 9 and lost one away game, right?
And
or something
drawn one
like, like something ridiculous, right? Our away form is unbelievable. But now we go into like big away games. And we've got City next, we've got Atalanta as well. We've got 3 away games in a row, which I also think the scheduling is unfair because City have the Champions League the day before us, have a day extra rest, and they're playing at home both games. We're travelling now to Atalanta away and then travelling to City away and we have a day and less rest, all that stuff. I think that's unfair. But same thing's going to happen against City. I think we're not going to expect as Arsenal fans to play unbelievably well, but we're going to be resolute. And it was interesting because I don't feel like when teams play against us, how can you score? Like, how can you score against Arsenal right now?
For me, it was overrun the midfield. That's what you were supposed to do. You look at Partey, you look at Jorginho, and you're thinking, you know what? I'm going to get bodies in there today. Whether it's the fullbacks tucking in, whatever it is, I just didn't feel like that was even attempted by us, if that makes sense. And then we kept trying the typical go around the outside of giving it to Son or giving it to Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson kept getting past Timber and then just whipping hopeless balls in. Son Heung-min could barely get past Ben White. But when he did, there was nothing in the end product.
But that's my problem. Like you're making your wingers in Son and Brennan Johnson wingers, and you're making your fullbacks inverted in Pedro Porro and Destiny. Pedro Porro is your best crosser, but you're making him go centrally. It doesn't make sense.
But maybe they were trying to overload the midfield.
Overload the midfield for sure.
But that's the problem. And Ange, you need to identify the profile of your team. You've got your best crosser. Someone, in my opinion, I think you said
But they started with an attacking team as well. Kulusevski started in midfield.
Yes.
You know, it was very Adoba as well.
Odoba didn't start.
When he came on and played, but he brought that
he came on
attacking presence in. There's so much play.
For me, I think the starting of Brennan Johnson just unbalanced the whole team because it denied Pedro Porro that overlap, as you're saying there. And also, it's like, if you play Kulusevski there, Kulusevski, I thought, was the busiest of our players. Him cutting back in and giving that kind of back post cross it makes it not as predictable as what Brennan Johnson is giving to Gabriel. Gabriel was bread and butter all day, them near post crosses.
Easy.
So, and then Son, I'm sorry, when you're sticking him out wide, we've realized last season, Son is ineffective. Get him closer to the box and you can make him effective. This is your segment. Chill. But obviously, you get him close to the box, he could be more effective. Doing what he was, because he was playing touch line. With nobody coming close as well. Maddison, for some reason, was playing centre mid, but was dropping 40 yards deep, picking the ball up from the centre backs. Bro, your most dangerous place is being
further up
behind the striker, actually giving service. That's where we saw the best of him in those first 10 games last year. Since then, we haven't seen him. And he is one, honestly, disappointed me in that game as well. Because I'm like, bro, these are the types of games we look at you as like the guy who's going to unlock a hard to break down defence, that little bit of X factor.
But that's
and
one
he wasn't
person
able
we
to
need to
bring
have a
it, bro.
conversation about. One person, I think we need to have a proper, serious conversation about.
I really hope they're not gonna...
And I want him to be dropped. If Ange's got balls, he needs to drop him next game, moving forward.
Who's that?
Argentinian. His name is Romero.
Ben?
Do you know what?
Apparently,
I'm not gonna lie to you, yeah. I'm really disappointed in you saying that because I'll be real with you. Cuti Romero, up until that goal was conceded, was arguably contender for man of the match, in my opinion.
I'm gonna give you.
And now you're about to give some hot take
Go
that
on,
is
let's hear
not
it.
necessary.
No.
Go for it.
Fulham, responsible for one of the goals.
What?
Newcastle,
Fulham?
responsible
They
for
even
both.
play Fulham.
We haven't played Fulham.
Leicester, my bad. Leicester, responsible. The Vardy goal, responsible.
Okay.
Newcastle, responsible for the goals. The defending on Gabriel on that set piece, disgraceful.
Nah, I wouldn't say disgraceful.
was
He just
actually-
push the ball, move out the way,
It's just good movement. He just lost his man.
Argentina compared to Romero's Spurs this season, it's like, brother, it's two different levels.
What
bro.
did he just say there? He just defeated his own point. Could that
So
maybe
you're saying
not
he's a
be?
good player?
Could that maybe not be the system and the tactic? Could maybe him?
Because you're
not
just saying-
play-
you're
wait,
just
wait,
saying another
because
system, he's great.
Let's look at it. Let's use one of your examples, the Newcastle goal. Where was he when that pass was played in behind him? Was he on the halfway line or not?
But that's my.
Was he or not? Answer the damn question.
That's
Answer the question. Because I'm about to show how dumb you are.
No. That's my problem. Listen.
So is it Romero or is it Ange's high line that he got
It's a
caught?
combination of both. Because.
But you was about to call for Ange to drop Romero.
No.
But you don't want to give anything to
If you let me
Ange.
finish, I would have said something else.
I'm
That's
watching
two
you.
options. Either dropping him completely in.
Oh, now there's two options. When he said it, he said
He said there's no options. He said one statement, just drop him
That's
straight
catching him out.
That's either drop him if Ange wants to stick to his original style and system. If he's stopping, I'm starting to become sick. Don't do that. He needs to drop him in this new system if he's stopping. Put Dragonson. However,
This guy's lost his mind.
Moving forward, if he wants to change it around, he needs to be free at the back.
You see, now Faze, I'm with you. You see the second solution, I'm with you. Because the first one, I don't like that.
No, in this,
Romero,
in this system, drop him off.
I acknowledge Leicester, he was responsible for the goal, caught by the high line, which I think you always get out of jail card was Van der Ven. We didn't have him that game.
Yeah.
We got caught. That as well, set piece. Listen, Gabriel, you get your dunk off.
That's what we do,
Fairs. Let me not even say what I was going to say. But I do think a solution that definitely needs to be explored is that three at the back for me. Because if you're going to play this ridiculously high line and constantly get caught out, at least give yourself some options. You've got natural wing backs to do it. The midfield, nobody's really stamped their place on that. And the wingers are showing themselves to be useless.
Yeah, okay. Well, I want to obviously go back to Arsenal now because we're speaking about Spurs a lot. The winning team. When we watched it together. away game, like I said, for me, what makes it even better for me, we know the injuries and the suspensions. Rice and Odegaard's a huge loss, and although we haven't seen him play yet, Mikel Merino being injured is also a huge loss. You know, because he would be probably a starting midfielder as well.
That ain't a loss yet, man.
But it's still a huge loss. If he was fit,
if I seen the guy on the pitch
fit,
for us, yeah,
but regardless, we
I
had
hear
no Rice, no Merino, no Odegaard.
Yeah.
We've already sold Smith Rowe. Fabio Vieira's gone on loan. We really had nothing in midfield, barely. We were down to bare bones, and we're going away from home against Tottenham, which always meant to be. It's always a tough game, right? We got the win, but for me, it's the fact that we kept the clean sheet, right?
That's a bit important.
How vital is because we only had 36.3% possession. Like, how vital do you think our ability to win matches with lower possession is to win the league or to compete for the league? Because we're going to games now, away games. We went to Villa away, kept the clean sheet and got a 2-0 win. We went to obviously Spurs away now, got a win. We've got City away coming next. These big away games. Last year as well, last season we didn't lose a single away game in our top 6 games teams, right? How crucial do you think this is for us to win the league? These kind of results.
These results and just grinding out grit defensively. You can see it in everyone, especially Timber. Just grits like, man, you saw the desire.
Sometimes you got to pop out and show keepers.
You just got to show them, man. You know what I mean? You got to show them.
That was a good one. And do you know what, yeah? That was one of those few moments here where I was just like, yo, Timber, why did you join them, man? Like,
you like that one?
Warrior. That was a moment where I was like, that's how North London derby's meant to be.
No, you don't bring that. You don't bring that.
You talk about hard work. Martinelli, I think, ran his socks off.
He worked very hard.
We'll talk about a chance he had, but I think he ran his socks off. Havertz ran his socks off. These kind of games, now I look at our players and I'm like, one, you look at them like all like giants, right? Which is amazing. That reminds me of the Arsenal of old, the mid-2000s, the late 90s, the Tony Adams, Steve Bowles, like Patrick Vieira, big players, right? But also now they know these occasions they're fighting, bro. Players like Kai Havertz, he's fighting for these matches. All of that. The defenders, like you said, they're all as a unit. Like Timber's grabbing Vicario, Saka's in there as well.
Let's cool down. Let's cool down. He's done his thing. Let's cool down. Let's cool down.
Yeah, let's chill on that one, man.
Let's cool down.
Listen, man, we got church on Sunday. Come on, chill.
But back on that, when you see title-winning teams, like especially Arsenal, the old, before they used to look and say we're soft defensively, we're not there, the mentality's not there, we're not defensively solid. But now, when you want to win games and really grind down championships, win championships, these are the kind of things you need to do. You need to be able to pull out a result, whether you get possession or not. Defending is the art of football. It's dark arts. You need it going both ways. So like,
we show the dark arts as well. And the thing is, okay, you know, obviously we always say as well when you come on the pod, obviously everyone knows Ren, you play football at the highest level to all of us.
Claims.
No, but he does, you know. He does play football.
This guy as well.
He plays at the highest level of all of us. He plays semi-professional and everything. So I enjoy off camera talking to you about football because
100%.
you play week in, week out. You play on Saturdays, 100%. You play all week in, week out. So you come in with like a different kind of viewpoint when you watch. You play against teams that maybe have a low block, but like we're playing.
It's tough.
Obviously, we had like a 4-4-2 low block in this game.
Yeah, we saw that.
And you know it's like straight away. Do you feel that's the same way we're going to play against City? I probably think we will as well.
Against City, I don't know, because that is difficult because of that big man up top that they have over there, Haaland. We might do a 4-4-2, but it depends on the personnel. I think personnel is different as well. Jorginho, you saw his legs were going.
Well, I mean, we've got Rice back
because he was pressing high.
Next game,
his legs were going. But like defensively, I think it's going to be a more tighter game than people expected, especially because Haaland is banging all these goals. I don't think it's going to be as open as we want it to be. But then I'm worried about the Saka injury. I don't know how bad that is.
I think it was just a cramp. I think it's just a cramp, so it should be all right.
He'll be fine. I mean, going back.
Even Haaland,
go on.
But even Haaland against Arsenal, Saliba and Gabriel.
He did the score against us in 3 games.
But you mentioned quickly the possession thing, the past 2 games. I think it's Arteta
style of play
purposely,
of course,
doing it to them because I felt like it was a boxing game.
Do you know what it was? Yeah, this was a mirror of. Do you remember Jose Mourinho 2-0 when versus Arteta? When Son scored the thing. Where you lot came out of that game thinking, yo, we dominated the game, and it was like Jose came out afterwards like that was the plan. Let them have all the possession. We're gonna get you a specific, and that's exactly what you lot did.
I think Arteta purposely said, yo, you man, keep the ball. I don't care about the ball. It's like a boxing thing. I'm gonna go defensive, but I know about my knockout. It's going to come quite soon. And look, second half, he knew. I kind of had a feeling the first half, and even when you mentioned it earlier that you felt like there was, you felt like Spurs wasn't going to score. Yeah. I had no worry.
That builds a lot of frustration.
Exactly.
I had no worry.
And that builds a lot of frustration.
I knew the second half. I knew you man at one point
we're going to score.
One set piece.
What we need.
And that's all you needed, and you got that.
Yeah.
So that's
Oh,
why
so
that Arteta. Forget the individuals. I know we're going to talk about Martinelli, but I think Arteta played an absolute
No, the game plan was
masterclass.
solid.
It was a
solid.
masterclass.
And you can see when we're defending as well, it has been a lot of pressure on Tottenham. Emphasize they need to come at us and attack and actually get that going. And you look at them, the goals not coming, thinking we can actually get something. And that's when teams look at each other and say, "Bro, we really can't."
Do you know what
break
you
that
saw?
down.
You basically saw the reflection of two teams. Basically, one team that has tried to change their culture, tried to change from the banter era to an actual seriously competing team, able to follow out a manager's instructions to a T and play to an identity and be flexible within that as well.
Yeah.
And then one team that's still trying and not able to do it, if that makes sense. Like the whole game plan just showed itself that for both teams, in my opinion.
But I feel like it's kind of harsh on Tottenham as well. I feel like you lot got new players and you're still trying to identify yourself, especially
They do,
for
but
players.
go ahead, no, I'm going to let you finish.
Especially
but-
for players like Dominic Solanke, you know Bournemouth cut the ball low and hard. He's going to be there at the end of it. But against Saliba and trying to do that and these all the top balls, he's not going to win these balls.
The thing I'll say is I still feel like you're right because we still need to figure out how to use it because in the first half, we kept trying to do the short pass out the back, and I think at the end of the first half, we played one long ball into him, and he brought it down and linked play, and I was like, why has it taken us 41 minutes to be able to do this? We should be looking to figure it out.
Yeah.
But I guess even like Man City, when Haaland first came, remember we were saying they need
need
to figure
time
out.
to
He was
adapt.
just scoring
Yeah,
goals
yeah,
anyway.
but he's
I think
different.
every team, you'll figure it out eventually.
It's different, but yeah, I feel like what your point of they got new players. I feel like they do have new players and this got to figure it out, but I don't think they've got title challenging kind of level of players on board, you know.
But they're not title
I
challenging
know,
guys.
okay, but even like I don't know, I just feel like mid-table. But one thing before to round up on this is the Ange interview after, because remember he said I always win
Win
something in my
second
second
Oh,
season.
this is the first time which I feel like he is feeling the pressure. You wouldn't say that. Oh, I win.
Yeah, not you. I'm talking to Ange. No. I was actually you look a bit like Ange, bro. Sorry, man. I was like, shut the hell up, man. Why are you talking now? I was talking to Ange.
This is the first time where he's feeling the pressure. You wouldn't say that randomly. Last season, he never said that. Oh, I win. Always win my second.
No, he did
It's
that.
like-
Actually.
are you-
He actually
Yeah, he
started
said
last
it,
year.
that's what
Yeah.
he said.
It's like a Jose, a Conte to always
Yeah.
win, bro. How are you saying this? Of just losing. I feel he's trying to install. I felt like it's him trying to tell the fans, yo, I'm still a winner. I can still win something. Please.
It's him saying
Yeah.
don't panic.
Don't-
But in another way, bro, it's
should
putting
panic.
pressure on yourself because at the end of the season now, if I don't see silverware, guess what quote I'm going to come back to?
Of course.
You said it.
You promised me.
I didn't put no pressure on you. You came out and said that after a North London derby loss, where I can still see there's holes in this team, there's gaps, there's there's so many things that still need addressing. Honestly, even like the optimism I had coming into the season, it kind of gave me a bit of a reality
No,
check. to
same,
be
bro.
like,
I had you finish with third.
Yeah,
What's that
I-
optimism for
and
this?
the thing is, it's like
Well,
he
you
didn't
have
bring on
Arsenal.
any.
Arsenal, second.
First.
He didn't bring on any of the youngsters we signed over the summer as well. Archie Gray, Bergval, Odeberg came on.
We brought on a youngster, Ethan Wanieri, to
Ethan.
finish off. Ethan Wanieri came on.
I'm not gonna lie.
Looked very impressive.
In that- in them
he
10
came
minutes-
on. Obviously, Sterling came on, made his debut as well. Jesus came on after a bit of injury.
It gets
But
Sterling out.
they all came on. Okay, Ren's not feeling Sterling. He's not feeling Saka. I don't know what your
No,
agendas
no,
are
no.
here. But I'm saying, even though Ethan, what about Ethan here? With Sterling,
Quality,
we'll talk
man.
about next game week, hopefully against City. I have a feeling he's going to do something there. But Wanieri came on. But also came on when we're trying to defend the 1-0 lead. So he didn't have much chance to do much, you know. But the little
But
glimpses
what
you
you saw from him,
he looked
He
good.
looked comfortable. He looked comfortable.
I don't do that.
Wait, I guess Leicester Bergval, you went nuts. A little couple times, you went, don't try it.
No, I got 12 minutes in it. I got 12 minutes in it. And I got more than just a little shoulder drop.
Odeberg looked decent.
Nah, bro, I was baffled why he didn't start. But
looked good.
it's
But
annoying, man.
yeah, I mean, obviously, high hopes for Ethan or Wanieri.
Ethan,
He looked
all the
good.
guys a bit injured, you know. Ethan
I
coming
like
in,
it.
feeling a little
Cup
something for
games,
us, man.
home games as well, coming off the bench.
He
I
looked
like.
very
I want to see him
comfortable
get a
in
lot of chances this season, a lot of minutes. But yeah, I mean, we've got City next, so that's a big one. Another away game, so expect another solid defensive performance. And City last season, home and away in the league, managed to score a goal against us in 180 minutes.
Yo, you know one thing I'm going to say?
We're going to keep
The
that.
form Haaland's on.
I'll say,
gonna be
And,
I'm
and the
scared.
fact that he's got, Saliba and Gabriel shut him out every
I
game.
can't wait.
He has to come. I'm watching Haaland this game.
Facts.
I need imposing
Yeah.
on these two.
Yeah.
I need you to mush someone at least once.
Yeah.
no, I'll be
At least once.
Yeah.
I'll be so real. this is the game. I swear to you, Arsenal, we have to win. I don't want to hear draws. It's a must win.
Win.
It's a,
This
in
early in
all-
the season.
This
I
season,
said-
no.
I
Listen,
said-
I'm tell you.
said
I'm tell you
before
why. I'm tell you
Spurs and
why.
City,
Yeah.
when I looked at the schedule, I said Spurs away, City away.
Yeah.
I said I would love 4 points out of these two games.
I don't
There's two
want
away games, 4 points is amazing. We've got 3. I don't mind a draw.
I don't
Why
want four.
win?
I
Why
want
win?
three.
You
It
want
must win.
from 2 away games
why win?
against City.
What Ronnie said last year, I can't lie, rattled me. He said we don't come here to draw. We actually want to win. Arsenal have to go there if you want
I'll take it.
to make
I'll
claims
take
for
it.
this title challenge. Show us. Go there and beat them at their home ground. While everyone's in hard
hear it,
form.
I hear it.
No.
Pep
I
saying,
like-
"No,
I like
pre-season
that. I
now."
like that.
Now go over there, show them what you really mean.
Facts.
If we mean business, we go
Facts.
there, we slap
Facts.
them, we go
Stand on
home.
business.
Facts.
Stand on it, bro.
Facts, and I hope so because I'm going to be at that game. I'm traveling to Manchester on Sunday. We'll be
that's
there.
big,
Me
that's
and
ballsy.
Avey are going. So and I'm sitting the way end as well, singing all game. So I hope I come back with 3
Hey,
points.
that's
We
so
need that.
funny because an Arsenal fan got kicked out. I remember on North London derby after the goal went in. He tried to jump up in our faces.
In the Spurs section.
In the first section, he said, "Hey, yo, get this dude out of here." 2 seconds later, he was gone. I was like, "Right, it's like that." I said, "Man, get him out of here."
It's serious, but yeah, big up to Arsenal.
Imagine
1-0 away
imagine
win.
if I did what I did at
That's
Newcastle
what I
last
was
year.
thinking. I was like, this guy was doing June celebration in front of
That's why the rivalry's not real.
It's
It's too nice over there. You
Of course,
can't do
Roundup,
that.
bro. This guy
It's
makes
too
videos.
nice, bro.
This guy makes videos about
Too nice.
Barcelona as much as he makes videos about Real
Yeah,
Madrid,
he's
bro.
he's watching them as well, loving them.
He said,
I get more views than that. Yeah, I know it. His Barca videos do better than Madrid videos. It's crazy.
I don't know.
But yeah,
Make sure why you had the half. I see why now, man.
But let's move on to Liverpool versus Forest. And wow, Liverpool, Anfield, obviously everyone knows is a fortress. Has been for the last 5, 6, however many years. But yeah, they lost. They lost to Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest came and crashed on them. I don't know if Fuizzi was there because he didn't post at the game, but he was in because the next day
He was there.
Liverpool ladies played against Everton ladies, so it was a Merseyside derby. But he was at that game, so I don't know if he was in Liverpool both days. But if he was, he kept it quiet.
No, Saul was
because he
telling-
didn't post about the
Souls was
Forest
telling
game.
me it was trying to find footmark after the 5.1 rating.
Oh, he tried to circle the block quickly.
He was trying to find him. 5.1.
That's what the IP address was. I swear. Yeah, we have to give Fuizzi a break. He got an all-time low 5.1 rating for the last episode. Let's give him a break. But
What the health checks?
Fu isn't here. But of course, we're here to have an unbiased opinion and take about the Liverpool game because obviously there's a lot of Liverpool fans that watch the podcast and they really want to hear about their team. But I mean, what can we say? You guys, of course, you lost the game 1-0. But
It's about time.
before this game, it was a thing of were the only teams that haven't conceded. They were the only teams that haven't conceded before the international break. You know, they scored 7 goals, 0 goals conceded. They started off really strong. And then this is a stumble. Did they?
"This is."
It was
I feel
about
like this
time.
was needed, though.
It was about time,
Yeah.
bro. It was too
Because-
perfect, bro.
Yeah, it was almost like, nothing's going wrong. Transition, what transition? And this is just kind of the bump in the road to be like, oh, there are days where our attack can be off. There are days our midfield can't create. There are days where it just takes 1 or 2 counter-attacks to just sucker punch us and we're caught out. So for me, I think there's still kinks to work through, but you almost saw the good and the bad of Liverpool so far. And this was kind of the bad, if you like. But as much as kind of I felt like Liverpool had an off day,
Nottingham.
I will not ignore Nottingham Forest today, brother.
For sure.
Facts.
Nuno Espirito Santo. I know you traumatized me for 3 months at Spurs, but I have to
I
give
always
you a
forget he was
credit.
the first manager.
Oh, I will never forget. Trust me. I got battered all around London within a month. Yo, Nuno Espirito Santo, you done very good today. Because the game plan for 60 minutes was just shut up shop, absorb. You know what Anfield's going to be.
For sure.
But then the substitution to bring on Elanga and Cho,
Fantastic.
masterstroke.
And this is the first time that he's dropped him. Because the last 3 games he's always started Cho, Elanga.
And Cho came out after the game as well and said, I wasn't even happy. I weren't upset about being dropped.
I like that.
I want to speak on him separately after
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
But I thought that was just great. And you saw the impact they had straight away.
Straight
you saw
after.
what real wingers look like.
Yeah.
Brennan Johnson take note. But, ability to take their man on, end product. And just before that goal went in as well, they actually had a mirror chance where Elanga had just missed
Literally.
a similar opportunity as well. So Forest, I felt like deserved and grinded out their result. Liverpool, listen, you have an off day, it's fine. I don't feel like
So
it's
do you
the
think
end
it's
of
just
the
an
world.
off day, or do you think it's
I
signs
thought
of things?
it was just an off day because Soboslai was trying to get in positions and it weren't really coming off. Trent was trying to do the inverted, QB thing. It weren't really coming off. They tried a little bit of everything. Salah, nothing was really coming off that day.
Sometimes it happens, right?
Yeah, literally.
bro.
Is there anything else you could take away from that, apart from it just being an off day?
Not really. Yeah, just the off day, because normally when you see them, Diaz this season, you can say he started
strong,
very, very well,
very
very strong. And
Yeah,
Salah as well.
He hit the post as well, innit?
Yeah, he's had. It's just one of them days like chances don't go your way. If you got the 1-0 like for a deflection or something as you normally do these days, then you can say, "Hurrah, we can build from this." But nothing really worked out for them. It's just a blimp. But Forest,
Fair play.
what
It's
for
mad
that?
because I feel like Hudson-Odoi, he's got that type of finish perfected. Like it's weird because if someone said to me, because I wasn't watching that game live, literally I wasn't, and someone was like, "Oh, Cho scored." Hand on heart, I said, "I bet you cut him from left side and cut him."
It's like a Coutinho. What kind of Coutinho just scored? Cutting shot, rats.
But
It's the same thing.
that's Hudson-Odoi's goal. Like he's got that. He's got that unlocked. And what was it? You want to say something about him?
I was going to say, for me, in terms of like his development, I just want to speak on, because think about how he started his career, obviously making his England appearance before his Chelsea appearance.
Yeah.
Off the back of the Bayern Munich links. Then it was, okay, this guy's going to be Chelsea's saviour. He's the best academy product. It didn't quite go that way. He's ended up getting put at wing back, getting put on the bench by managers. Next thing you know, discarded out completely. Then at Nottingham Forest last year, it was like, okay, starting to see a bit of recovery. You know, you found somewhere where you're a little bit comfortable. And this season, I feel like he's playing with that kind of
confidence as well.
Point to prove, confidence. All right, I've settled in here. I know I've got, you know, Aina, all these guys around me who trust me as well. So it's like you've got a manager who trusts you, you've got teammates who trust you, an environment you feel comfortable in. And I was speaking to AFC James on Twitter. I did a stream with him earlier. He said something great as well, where he said progression or development for players is never always linear.
Yeah.
So, you know, sometimes we think like a Yamal, Mbappe, you come in and everything's just meant to go like that. It's not always a straight road. And I think he is one of those prime examples of...
How old is Cho?
Bro, I think he's still
still
like
young.
21, 22, if I'm not mistaken.
24, I would say 23, 24. I'm sure
23.
23. See,
bro.
he's still
But like,
Come on.
But it goes back to Nuno, because I don't know if you guys saw the clip. The moment Bradley came on, because Bradley came on in the 60th.
Conor Bradley.
Bradley came on in the
for
60th.
McAllister, right?
For McAllister. So he changed the formation.
Interesting.
He's like, you know what,
Put
Trent,
Trent
I
in
want you
midfield.
more in the midfield.
Yeah.
That was a separate video that went straight to Nuno Santos. The moment he saw Bradley come on, 60
responded to
seconds
that.
later, he's like, "Yo, Cho," he was warming up. Cho, come on, because now
That left
that's
side,
a
the
better chance.
matchup
That's a better matchup for you. That just goes back to Nuno Santos.
but then-
tactical
That's
genius.
management.
But then what I was saying was
belief
Cho
as well, man.
Yeah.
100%. But then what I was saying after the game in where he said, I'm not upset if I'm on the bench or whatever. I take whatever opportunities I'm given. For me, I don't know if Cho would have said that 4 years ago when
Never.
he was that star
Never,
coming
never.
through Chelsea. You know, when you
it's
got
the-
that young
it's the-
ego.
it's the mentality thing.
But for me, it's that kind of quick adaptation to realize, all right, yo, my stock has fallen. Let me go and readjust. He's readjusted now, and I think, yo, listen.
It's a mentality.
World Cup, how far away is it?
More mature as well.
You've seen
Set the target,
you've
bro.
seen that, but you've seen Angel Gomez, for example. That's the
Voila.
whole thing you were saying about it not being linear.
It's not linear.
You know, Angel Gomez was a high prospect. He's all of these, you know, Man United youngster prospect, first player that's born in 2000s to ever play in the Premier League, all of that stuff. But it disappeared from our screens for the last 3-4 years. Obviously, you know, played his trade out in France. Opportunity comes. And now looking at everyone's talking about him, can't stop talking about him.
Yeah.
The same thing, you know. And Callum Hudson-Odoi, everyone knows the potential. This guy, Bayern Munich wanted him.
A lot of potential.
For 60 million, he made his England full debut before he made his Chelsea debut. Like this guy was ranked. People players till now talk about how unbelievable he is, especially in training. And now we're seeing glimpses. But once, hopefully, this is the right environment for him, like you said, and the right, hopefully, manager for him. We need someone to believe in you because his players are unbelievable. But if we see consistent performances from Callum Hudson-Odoi, and we see what everyone's been talking about for the last 10 years since he was like 12 years old, then he can, like you said, he can target that next World Cup. He can look at that because also we're looking at that left side for England.
It's vacant.
It's
That's what I'm saying.
There's some people there.
There's names. There's
clearly.
Grealish. There's
Gordon,
there's
there's a lot of
Rashford,
people, but him,
there's names.
he could definitely grab it.
Whatever. But I'm saying like Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Throw your name in the ring.
Throw your name in there, but get those performances, get his big moments in because he has big moments.
Yeah.
Last season, I think he scored a winger,
Yes.
a big winner or whatever. I can't remember what game it was. It was a big game.
He scored
has this-
similar goal.
Similar thing. Another thing I noticed about Liverpool before you carry on, I'm talking about it could be an off day, and it probably is an off day because we know what Liverpool are like. It's a bit of a trend though because we're doing our research, and when Liverpool beat United 7-0,
They lost to Bournemouth.
they lost to Bournemouth the next game 1-0.
1-0.
This time Liverpool beat United 3-0. It was 1-0 next game to Forest.
You know what I see is
Bit of a trend.
The post United bounce.
Smoke on that pack quickly. Yeah, post like PCM card.
Yeah, bro. It was like exciting. What you want to say something? Go on.
I was gonna say for Cho as well, just relax. Like especially for Nottingham Forest, there's not a lot of pressure over there.
Yeah.
The expectation's kind of low. So if you can go there and rise above the expectation, play to the levels that you hold yourself to in a high standard, you'll just flourish easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
I look at Liverpool, just going back to Liverpool, I feel like it was just complacency, and I feel like the players got a bit selfish. They not selfish, but I think arrogant. They knew they would come into this game, Forest at home, it's an easy 3 points. No one's. I think the only players that can put their heads high was it the
keep the heads up.
Keep the heads up.
Is something like that. Something like that.
English is our fourth language.
The coincidentally. That was crazy. Yeah? That was crazy.
Why did he twist the fingers and point the rubbers like that? Like as if the incidentally is going to take off. Elon Musk, take off.
Nah, the only one I don't do that though. The only one that I can actually say, I had a decent game was Gravenberch.
I was gonna say
Gravenberch.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why McAllister went off.
Probably tactically, just tactically.
Yeah, keeping off Szoboszlai for 90 minutes was criminal. That's no. I cannot blame it. Certain players didn't step up, like Salah didn't step up. A lot of players didn't step up. Onslaught. Well, we need to have a conversation about
For sure, no.
The in-game management.
You got it wrong tactically.
The in-game management was ass.
Okay.
What did you? I was gonna say.
But it's
I
contradictory
know
from
you
last
spoke
game.
on
though.
Szoboszlai. What did you make of Trent?
Trent, I feel like, was the only one in the first half trying to create something. I'm not sure why, if you'll help... This is what I don't understand with managers, yeah? If you've got a person doing well in one position, why would you change the position, make him a bit more advanced, and then change his role by bringing Conor Bradley on? Keep Trent as it was, because nothing impacted it.
It actually confused me a little bit, because I remember thinking since Slotter's come in, he's almost put him back to
He's a right back.
Hey, you're a right back.
Yes.
You're my QB from that position as well. Just pump it from there. And instead now he's done the typical thing of every other manager
I feel like
trying
that's
throwing
the
him in
issue
midfield.
with Trent. Why do everyone love playing in midfield?
Because his passing is so good.
But this is what
I
you
need
need.
to see it
When
elsewhere.
you're in midfield, you're getting pressed from every angle. When you're
Yeah.
right back, you've got the luxury to pick out your
Yeah,
pass.
facts.
I
and
don't
do
think
what
his
you need to
passing is as good when he's in midfield. I think his passing is
The
so good
angles.
because I think his passing
Yeah.
is so good because of he's doing it from right back.
Yeah.
Once you go in midfield, there's so much more going on now. Now there's
Check your shoulders.
when you're right,
Yes,
when you're
yes,
right back.
yes.
There you're safe. No one's really behind you. That's the corner flag behind you. You just got this and this.
Yeah.
When you're in midfield, you got 360.
It's a different
You know what I mean?
scope.
So
Yeah.
it's like now your decision making gets impacted because you got play on your back, you got right shoulder, you got left shoulder, you got in front of you and behind you. His passing isn't as good because there's different. Obviously, he's still good. It's Trent. He can pick it out, but maybe his decision's got to be made quicker, like that
Yeah.
half a second quicker. Whereas if he's at right back, keep him right back, because then he can find that down the line, curl it around, in behind here. He can ping it all the way across when he had Mane there, for example, or Luis Diaz it is now. I agree with you. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Maybe Slot panicked. Maybe he thought, okay, crap, 60 minutes is gone now.
Let me try something
was just
different.
We're not winning it.
Especially he bought on
this is new.
Darwin. And
Darwin,
Darwin's
I
not
was
really
just
the
about to say,
He
control.
panicked a bit.
This is the first time he's faced adversity this whole season, and he hasn't faced it well. He, as you mentioned,
And it's
he
at home,
panicked
it's
straight
tough
away
as
at
well.
home. Darwin should never. Well, at this point, just give up, man. That's why there was rumors about him leaving before the transfer window. I felt like the last 20 minutes. I saw a stat. The first from 1 minute to the 70th minute before Darwin Núñez came on, there was 2 crosses that went inside the box for Jota. Jota, as you guys know, is a very good header of the ball. From 70 to 90, that's over 9 crosses. Why would you take out Jota if that's the whole purpose of you crossing the ball, inshallah, and cross, bro? Like the in-game management by Slot.
If Darwin's in there, he's more of a target, man. You can. There's something to aim at.
But is he really a target man?
But there's something to aim at, though.
is
He's not
also-
the
Well,
score, but there's something to aim at least.
I have more faith in Jota finishing the cross than Darwin Núñez.
Yeah, but that's.
I hear where you're coming from.
but
He might
Darwin-
be taller, but he's a better headerer.
Better movement. He knows
better
where the cross-
movement than Darwin.
Wallah, he's better
Darwin's
movement
got
inside the
good
box.
movement.
Wallah,
Darwin's got better movement, I would say. Brother, he's more of a threat off the ball than he is on the ball.
No. That's movement in terms of where the cross is coming, and that's the better movement running from
I
behind the
also
defense.
think though, in the last 10 minutes, you're always just looking for something different. You've seen Jota do what he's doing, but just to kind of give you that chaos factor that they like, that's probably why you introduced him.
But then
that's what I want.
we got a question, man. Gakpo. What I saw in the Euros when he was carrying the team, Netherlands, we're not
hasn't been given chances.
seeing him replicate that
He
all for
has-
Liverpool.
because Diaz is
No.
Gakpo. Free Gakpo.
Might have to free him.
Aye, free
Because what I
Gakpo,
saw
man.
in the Euros was a different player. The confidence.
he
You know what I will say?
he has been given
What I
a
will
It was a
say,
different role.
he's unlucky that Luis Diaz has started the season in the
That's
form that he
also what it
has.
is.
That is probably what's kept him out. It's unlucky because I would obviously Dutch manager coming in. You're thinking Dutch player. He's obviously
Showing
seen what's
some love.
happening. He's done that for Gravenberch. I can't lie. We're seeing a different Gravenberch this year, and he's got the manager's trust. So I think his time will come. Just don't be impatient. That's my only thing.
Do you
with
think
Gakpo.
he's giving it to Gravenberch, or do you think he's?
No, I think he gave an opportunity to.
But
No,
do you
no,
think
no.
Gravenberch is lucky that they never signed a DM?
No.
Because I feel like they, if Zubimendi came, are we seeing Gravenberch?
Zuzaburi, whatever your name is, go back to the mountains, brother. No one needs you, man. We're talking about real centre mids here. Gravenberch, yeah? He gave him one game where he said, yo, the window's still open for 2 weeks. Shut your filthy mouth, yeah? Before I send you back to Zaire, yeah? He gave him one game at the start of the season and said, brother, the window's open for 10 more days. Impress me today. Did you see the first game of the season, how we played? We haven't looked back since.
But it might be
Zaza Booty. I know you watch La Liga and them little cute little Spanish man look good to you.
No.
Keep that booty in the mountains.
It might be go back to what Ilya said. Once he faces maybe a better midfield, hey,
You're gonna list,
Well, we're gonna wait till that happens.
you're gonna list the Ilias, like midfielders.
Oh, wait, the field.
No, field midfielder. Tell you what midfielders. The little field right back, man.
You never know, but
that is nasty. That is nasty.
Now in the 6, you have to play here. Shut up, man. Go get a trim, lad. Hey, any Arsenal man can get it even if you ain't on the pod, man.
but yeah, shout out to Nottingham Forest for that win.
That's a good get true.
That moves them
It's not gonna
to
help.
that moves them now to 4
crazy.
games unbeaten. They are one of the 5 teams this season are still yet to suffer a defeat, along with Man City, Arsenal, Newcastle, and Brighton. So shout out to Nottingham Forest. You and me both had them to go down.
I was
think,
gonna
in the
say,
bench video.
yeah.
You might underestimate
In
it.
and around the relegation zone, so
So
I'm
far,
very
they've proven us
surprised.
wrong. They haven't lost yet.
It's still early
Keep it
though.
up.
It's still
Keep it
very
up.
early, of course. But
You might have Forest going down.
No. I had them 17th.
in and around, I think I had them maybe. I think I might have had them. I don't know. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, I mean, they've had some tough games. You had them relegated.
On my YouTube channel, I said there would be 17th in it. That's what that matters.
We'll go with what you did on SDS, bro.
You know, you got to spread the bets. Say you're right one way or another.
But let's move down south to St Mary's and Southampton hosted Manchester United on Saturday at 12:30. Now, this one was strange because obviously I have my hate watching goggles on. I made it clear, my United fans, I'm not here to make you guys happy. I'm going to be honest, I'm an Arsenal fan. You guys made me suffer during my young years and my high school years. So
I'm with you there, brother.
you know, end of the day, it's
hold
a
strong, we
sport,
hold
you know. But at the same time, I run a podcast, so I have to be unbiased and cover United and say well done for the win. I think you guys played really well, especially in the second half. But I was hating, especially at the start. And when
Your boy. Your boy.
Southampton got a penalty
Your
and Cameron
boy.
Archer stepped up, and I like Cameron Archer. I was praying. I was like, "This is amazing, right?" But like, before we get to there, that winger, what's his name? Dilbert.
Tyler Diblin.
Diblin. That very impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive at the start. You know?
The wing back, right
wing.
back,
Right
no?
wing.
Right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very impressive. Fast. 18 years old, right?
Yeah.
18 years old. Yeah, Diblin. There he is.
He's the
Tyler
new
Diblin.
one
He's
from
been-
the
he's been around.
Southampton
He's
Academy.
been around.
Wow, yeah,
he's been
very,
around.
yeah, very exciting. He looked so
was
good.
good.
Start of the
It
match,
was
unbelievably good.
Gave
Dalla
Dalla-
was struggling. They
Yeah.
gave Dalla a tough one,
Gave
right?
him a run for his
Struggling,
money.
and to the point where he eventually won a penalty, right? Obviously, Cameron Archer steps up. Great save by Onana.
It was a poor
And-
pen though, man.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Have you
the
guys
best
seen
pass,
the
but
stat, by
also
the way?
he-
Have you guys
it
seen
was-
the
it
stat?
was- He picked the right side. Go on.
About Archer.
What's that?
I don't know. I saw it on Twitter, and I saw it on Twitter. Archer had
Cameron
never
Archer has
taken.
never taken a penalty in his professional career. Is that one?
Yeah, but no, exactly. Had never taken a professional career in his whole career.
Yeah.
And Diaz, that Brennan
Brereton
Diaz
Diaz.
brother,
Oh,
had
he-
taken 9 and scored 9.
7 out of 7.
Oh, sorry, so 7. I need some.
So you struggle with 7s and 9s, don't you?
Fake fact
Because the
face.
live show's on October 9th, but you said it was on 7th. And now Veritias has scored 7, but you said 9. You struggle with 7
He's
and 9.
traumatized. It's a traumatizing number for him,
It's
man.
7 and 9.
It's 7 and 9. It's the same. It's in Arabic. It goes 7 and 9.
No, 7 and 9 are the exact same. They're written the exact same. And you think we don't know Arabic, no numbers?
I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even know.
You would have got you for sure. You don't know this guy's play. Anytime he makes a mistake, when he makes a mistake, in Arabic, this is how we say it.
And I would agree with him because I don't know.
He would have said, yo, Danish numbers are different. What numbers?
He's done that before. But yeah, you're right. Brereton Diaz has taken 7 professional career penalties and scored all 7, whilst Cam Archer has never taken one. And in a game of this magnitude, you've got Man United coming to your home stadium. You've got a penalty. How comes
The regular penalty don't take it? I don't know.
he took it? How comes Archer
Funny
took
stat
it?
about Brereton Diaz. I think he's 18 games in the Premier League without a win as well, which is the longest for any Premier League player in history. Single-handedly having that record on yourself.
That's because he was crazy.
last year.
Gareth Bale had a bad one as well.
No, Gareth Bale had the Spurs one where
What
we
was it?
wasn't winning. I think we hadn't won with him in the team for
Yeah.
like 23 games.
That's a nasty stat to have on your name.
And then he had the mic on game and everyone was like, "Hey, what? Hey, bring him.
And you see, you lost that game as well.
Forget, he was a substitute though. He came on and got a hat-trick. What? You can't dump on him, man. Leave him alone, man.
He's trying to say, yeah, wonderful.
It's true. Let my boy Bale live,
It's
man.
funny because one of them was a history forgets that they actually lost that game 4-3.
No, it is so true.
Wait, the
I swear.
performance
But it's
overlooks that, man. I hear it.
But yeah, back to Southampton United. So, anyways, Archer missed. And then United went on and scored pretty soon after with the lick, scoring a header from a corner. Rashford also.
It's not frustrating. If Archer scored that penalty,
I
man.
know, it was a different
that
game.
you know
It's
what?
different.
United
It's
would have
different.
lost.
I think so.
United would have never recovered from this,
think
bro.
so.
100%.
I think so.
Yes,
I don't
because I
know.
saw the way
The
they were
first 15-20 was
they were on them.
they were on them. But I don't know.
But if Southampton got 1-0 up, I think it would have.
It's a different game.
But it doesn't matter because Man United did win this game.
Yeah.
What's interesting, obviously, Rashford scored his first goal of the season, and then obviously Garnacho came on and scored pretty late on. It's weird because I feel like this time they're actually taking their chances. 3-0 wins, good on paper. I feel like they had patches where they played well, but I still don't feel like United look
I'm not confident at all.
great. Maybe it's just me being like, I don't know, biased or whatever. But I want to hear from United fans. 'Cause I feel like, are you happy with this result? No, you're happy with the result, but are you happy by the performance?
I don't think
Or
so.
is it like we'll take the result, but we still want to see a better performance? I don't know. It just didn't look.
I ain't happy at all.
It was a 3-0, but the thing is, it's a 3-0 away win. That's amazing. That's
so
incredible
The
on paper.
goals on paper is nice.
I know.
But when you actually look in game, I don't think it's just painting cracks over them. For
Yeah.
example, if I look at Kobe Mainoo, why am I hearing interception stats from a guy further up forward last season, scoring you important goals, linking up play? I thought this was an attacking midfielder for you lot. Now you're playing him DM.
No, but I think, but I can't lie. I think Ten Hag is trying to kill this brother.
Now he's got Eriksen next to him.
Wallah, how you playing him next to a grandpa? Wallah,
That was-
wallah,
And the week before,
that was
Gavin
crazy.
Best sent him
wallah,
hell.
that's like you
Yeah.
put abs next to Fuad, fam, every single week.
I like that partnership. I like that partnership.
Nah, brother,
Why's
chill,
he
man.
going on like, you could never get in that midfield. Just know that. If me and Abs are playing there, you're picking the middle.
That's overweight.
You're actually picking the middle. Oink, oink.
Stop for the laugh. Stop for the laugh.
What, bacon?
But
Bacon.
a bright spot was Ahmad Diallo.
For them, I think he's
look-
created. What was the stat? He's created a lot of chances for them.
He has
created the most chances for them.
He
for
has
example.
taken that right wing and made it his own. And the thing is the ability's always been there. You saw it when he was out on loan. I think even
Sunderland.
before he went out on loan, he always showed flashes. But he was always struggled to get Ten Hag's trust. Back in the last season, that boy came up clutch. And I think this season it was a case of, is he going to cement that right wing and make it his own? Because I think Garnacho went there at certain times, played decently as well. People were saying, is that his best position? But listen, he had a game, in my opinion. I think Rashford's goal was crucial for
needed
his
that.
confidence
He
as
needed
well.
I know. I have a
think
feeling
obviously.
now.
I liked it though.
He's done the-
But I liked it though.
Obviously, it helps when you got Aaron Ramsdale in goal. It was a bit of a P-roller, let's be honest. But I think De Ligt got in the
we
view
know about
of
those, man.
Ramsdale, and then it kind of just
We
rolled
know
around
about
him.
those, man.
I don't think the goal's going to do much to Rashford's confidence, anything, bro. As you said, it was just Ramsdale goal.
No.
I
feel like you're overdoing it.
You know why?
You're overdoing it, bro.
I'm looking at
here's
what
what
I
I'm
see.
saying.
He never. The goal is overshadowing the performance he had. He never had a great performance.
But he used to do that before last season, though. That's what he did last season, though.
He was just guaranteed a goal.
I know, but I don't look at this United team and say to myself, Rashford should be starting. It's that simple.
Who should be starting?
I think Diallo, in my opinion, Diallo should,
On
as
the
you
left.
mentioned, the right wing side. Diallo should make that guaranteed, and I don't know why Ten Hag still hasn't seen it because he keeps retaining.
What do you mean? He's
names.
paid most starting.
Because last game, if Garnacho started, the game before Diallo started, he kept rotating. Garnacho should start on the left hand side. I think Garnacho and Diallo should be the one.
No, when you have a player like
Do you know what the
Rashford,
problem is with Garnacho? It's a typical thing you guys say about Trossard as well. It's like
Yeah.
when he starts,
Who,
United
Garnacho?
fans don't feel like
Yeah.
he provides enough. However, when he
I've
comes
heard
off the
that too,
bench,
yeah.
similarly gets the goal. You know, he's doing his little celebrations. And the thing is, you can keep him and develop him as that
the
impact
bench.
player.
Yeah.
And I would say almost give Rashford this last season, if you like.
chill
Go
out,
on.
man. Chill out,
I'm
man.
going to ride you till the wheels fall off.
he's doing too much.
What?
You're doing too much.
Ten Hag is saying that, not me. Not
Please,
me.
let's just clip that. Just clip that.
Right.
Yo, that's crazy.
You're
That's
riding guys
crazy.
to the wall.
No. Let Rashford make the left wing his. Yo, you don't f up my saying now. All I'm gonna
rephrase
say.
that.
What I meant to say was
What?
treat this like it's your last season and let Rashford hang. No, not.
Hey, get your words out, man. Hey, get your words out, man. Damn.
It's hot under this hat, you know.
Another thing that's interesting is obviously both the centre backs came off with injuries. It seemed like. I don't know how bad it is, but do you think that could be a problem? You know, both of them came off. They bought on Maguire and Evans. If that's a
Do
defence
you
they're
know
looking to
that's
play,
the scariest thing? Couple of injuries, you seen Evans again back in the foot. You don't want to see that, bro. You don't want to see that, brother.
Man.
Grim Reaper, bro.
He's actually trying to retire in the summer.
He wants to retire.
He wants to retire, but they keep extending it, brother. Come on, let him go.
Again. And we got to see Ugarte as well. We got to see Ugarte.
Oh, yeah,
Finally, he
came
came on 75 minutes. So
His
maybe.
actually look nice. Who?
Who's that?
Wait, who's that? Starchy. Starch.
No, Zachi.
Who's that?
Starchy.
Whatever his name is, Joshua, man. Joshua.
Oh, yeah, first name is. Nah, I'm not feeling
Joshua,
you know.
No, Joshua. That game looked nice.
I'll tell you why I'm not feeling.
He looked nice though,
tell me.
but he had two big chances that I feel
And he
like he
missed.
should have finished.
But this is what.
And the problem what's going to happen is if he doesn't finish those two chances,
There we go. They need a number
what's,
9.
what's matey that wears number 9 at your club?
Huh?
Yeah, he's going to get that treatment.
Oh,
Jesus
Gabby J.
treatment.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, on the
he's a
bench,
good
super
footballer.
something.
So that's why I think in terms of the aesthetics, he's going to tick that box. But put one or two of those
You
chances
need goals,
away,
especially for Man United. The fans, they look for number 9 to bag in goals.
Yeah.
If you're not doing that, they're on your back quickly. Look at
can't lie.
Rashford. You don't score.
You're right.
They're telling them they want him out, bro.
And it's the same misses they missed against Liverpool as well. You know how he had a couple
There
of
we
misses
go.
against Liverpool
And
in the
they're
second
on
half.
him.
But his
I know what you mean. The
his
overall play
game,
was.
his overall game. I can't lie. The only good things about United is him, Joshua, and Ahmad. I look at this United team. I'm depressed.
Kobe?
No. Not Kobe. The way he's playing defense, no chance.
I mean, look at
Different
Spence.
system.
Maybe Ugarte's
A new
played now.
system,
So
a new
he'll
system.
There's no
New
time
system,
before-
Kobe.
Not much time. before
If they
Ugarte-
allow Kobe to
Ugarte
go
plays.
forward, yes. But if he's still playing defensive, the 6, no.
But United fans will tell you that Kobe's a 6. They'll tell you that that's his natural position. his
Open your
best
eyes,
position.
because the last couple of games we've seen him 6.
Yeah, but
he got his ass
I just
cooked.
think I'm going to defend Kobe here.
Go on.
Honestly, I think he's a wonderful player.
Very
But I think, and I said this as well, I think he's a player. He's not Patrick Vieira. Patrick Vieira can play in midfield by himself. There's certain midfielders that you can play midfield by themselves, but there's also certain midfielders that need a good midfield around them to flourish.
Yeah.
I think even Pogba's one of them. Pogba's an unbelievable player.
100% need
But
Kante.
Pogba, if you put a great midfielder next to him, Kante, or a runner like Matuidi and a Kante, then gives Pogba the freedom to show what he's good at, right? There's different types of midfielders. I think Kobe's one where if you put in a solid defensive midfielder that's going to stay and a runner, a 3-man midfield, give Kobe a bit more license to do what he's good at, I think Kobe's going to flourish. Put him next to Casemiro one week, put him next to Eriksen the next week. Like, what's he meant to do? He's not going to be able to
Ugarte's
do the job
here
for
now.
2-man.
Hella man on their
Ugarte,
last
now
legs.
let's see.
I don't think it's gonna
Ugarte,
help. I don't think it's gonna help.
hopefully Ugarte, let's see, because United fans are excited about Ugarte. I'm not seeing that many games of Ugarte. But from what I'm expecting, Ugarte should come in, should ease a bit of the load and the pressure of Kobe. Ease a bit of the load.
Damn, yo, what are you man? This section.
The load's crazy.
This section.
Over there.
He's going to ease the
One was the ride, one was the load. Let's go.
How's he going to ease that load?
I'm just saying, Kobe, I think.
What's going on?
Kobe, I think, is just having an unfortunate start because of who's playing next to. But let's move over to my favourite game of the weekend: Aston Villa versus Everton. What a game! Everton, for the first time in 65 years, Everton have lost their opening 4 games of a single season. Not a good start at all. It's their worst start in 65
That's
years.
his people, then.
Everton.
Real men.
Shut up, man. Let man
Shut
intro
him
the
up,
game,
man.
man. Like, some of these, man, they don't respect in the host and that, man.
No, they're
so that's the part
respecting
of
you.
last week, you know.
You think this is you, brother? We don't respect you, brother. Yeah?
By the way, I saw
Come to your home ground.
I saw a film of last week say Fuad lost control of the table.
Yeah, he ain't got that.
Can you
Listen.
explain?
He ain't got no respect on us. Yeah?
You see the thing with me? I'm not like Faisal. I don't have an ego. I can acknowledge sometimes when things go wrong.
Go on.
It did go wrong. But that's for behind the scenes, not, in front of the audience. Let's stay professional and stay on cool, shall we? Sharky,
There we
get back
go.
to the
Spoken
show.
like a wise man.
Like a real
Wise
vice
man.
captain. Everton, though, once again, back-to-back games, threw away a 2-0 lead.
That's crazy.
They were 2-0 up. Things looked like it was going great. And just like that, just like last week was a bit more dramatic. Last game before the international break was a bit more dramatic because it was all like late goals. But this time, they led 2-0 after goals from Dwight McNeil and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who looks like he's starting off pretty well. But what happens then? Ollie Watkins finally shows up this season, starts scoring some goals, and I take him out of my FPL. And I'd like to announce that I'm quitting. 4 games in, I'm done.
Brother, nah, you can't quit.
I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
I lost my
What's the
parcel
goal
2 weeks ago.
I'm done, man. I think the whole, why am I supporting other teams, other players, huh? It's a dumb concept. It's called fantasy football. That's what. It's not real. It's fantasy.
Facts.
I want to support Arsenal. Why am I celebrating if Haaland scores?
Real men don't play fantasy.
Man. I'm done.
Damn, what happened to you,
Real
bro?
men don't play
Because
fantasy.
I got a captain. I'm done.
You haven't
Real
had
men
it for
don't
2
play
weeks.
fantasy.
Exactly. I'm done.
That's your problem.
I'm done.
Well, you play fantasy
I'm
games,
done.
yeah? You play
just
fantasy
You guys
games?
can
We
still
play
play.
fantasy.
I'm
just
done.
ass. You just
I'm
ass.
done. I'm an Arsenal fan.
Just say your
I'm
ass,
not
bro,
a
move on.
Haaland fan and a Watkins. I'm an
I
Arsenal
respect
fan.
it.
I'm
It's a
done.
real man right there. You man are grown
done.
men with beards. Cheer for other
I'm
grown
done. And
men.
it's
Nah, I
not
ain't
because,
got full
and it's
game.
not because, and it's not because I was first in all my leagues in game week 2 and now I'm bottom in game week 4. It's not nothing to do with that. I'm just done. Anyways, well, we're eating into the time. This is my favorite game of the game week. Watkins scores 2 goals, so he's back. And now
needed that.
And now he did need that. And also now that he's entered a beautiful league now of Aston Villa players. Only 3 players have scored 60 plus Premier League goals for Aston Villa. Ollie Watkins has now joined that list. Do you know who the other 2 are?
Darren Brent.
Nope.
Oh, wait, say that again?
Only 3 players have scored 60 plus Premier League goals for Villa. Premier League.
But
Watkins
60
has
plus.
just joined.
Gabby Agbonlahor.
yeah, I was
One
gonna
knows
say
one.
him.
He's the highest. Dwight, you're
He just checked the notes. He checked the notes. You're dumb. You're rubbish.
We haven't seen
You're
notes.
rubbish.
Oh, this guy is
Oh!
You're
I don't know. I don't know.
You're awful. You're so bad at this, son.
We all have the same.
Wait. Oh, bro.
We didn't even know Dwight played for
Gabby
Aston Villa.
Agbonlahor's at the top, right?
sure.
He's their record
He-
scorer.
bro, he
Yeah.
has to be.
Bro, that's why I laughed at Bent because I was like, come on, Bent.
You didn't even know Dwight played for Aston Villa.
I just said
What years?
What years?
What
then?
years?
Damn.
After United, that.
Dummy! That's where it's coming from. That's where they got it from. Dummy! Yeah, choke on your water.
But yeah, now Ollie Watkins has joined that elite club, scoring 60 Premier League goals for Villa.
Yes, man.
But obviously he made it 2-2 and then
Could have had a hat trick as well, by the way.
good at hat trick. But the man, Duran,
Special.
John Duran.
He's special.
Wow,
That's my
Ren is
twin.
saying is him.
That's my twin. I had a great weekend. Wissa. Other day I got called Durant.
Who called you Duran? On the
I
top.
know he's lying. I know
Who
he's
called him
lying.
Durant?
He just looks.
I get called a lot of things.
I call you Wissa. I don't call you Duran.
I got called Durant. I
You
like
know
that
that.
one. I like that one. I'll take that
person
one.
you get called is Welbeck.
Yeah, well,
That just feels a little racist. I can't lie. What do you mean by
yeah,
that?
coming from you, it doesn't sound right.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by he looks like Welbeck?
Is it because?
How? How did you get there?
But you know why?
Hey, let's talk about. We're gonna start. I want to just start with John Duran. Like
Yeah.
that's. I just want to start
Special.
Right. Obviously, we'll speak about this goal in a second. This man was about to go to West Ham.
Yes.
All right. About to go to West Ham before the season started. First game of the season. Yes, first game of the season. He plays against West Ham. First game of the season. Scores the winner. Scores the winner against them.
There's the narrative has begun
You know?
already.
Second game of the season plays Arsenal. Obviously, nothing happened there. Played 25 minutes. But bear in mind, these are the minutes he's getting. First game, West Ham played 28 minutes. Second game against Arsenal, played 25 minutes. Third game against Leicester, plays 29 minutes, scores the winner in that game as well. Oh, scores the second goal in that game as well. This game, 21 minutes, scores the winner.
Yeah.
He's not played.
He's
He's
substitute
played
goals and
only
winning
less than
games.
30 minutes. He's on 3 league goals already.
But that's 4.
All 3 of them being the winning goal of the game.
You know,
Right.
but you know who I blame? I blame West Ham for not willing to be paying because they paid 40 and Villa wanted the 45, I believe. And they said, you know what, allow it, but let's just spend 27 on a 31-year-old German striker.
Fulkrug. Oh God.
Just spend the extra P's because all you
Bro,
need
this
is
kid is 20 years old.
guy's special, bro.
Phenomenal, man.
20 years old. If it was English,
That
20-year-old
left
English
foot-
player doing this, everyone would go nuts.
Do you know what's crazy?
If
It's like
if it's
now,
named John.
If it's spelled right.
Yeah, John.
If it was spelled right.
Nah.
If it's
It is
named
John, but it's spelled wrong.
Yeah,
I'm not lying to you though, yeah.
What is it? JH.
It's come out.
J-H-O-N.
It's come out of nowhere a little bit, and because I remember, I don't know if you lot remember. Do you remember when John Duran was linked with Chelsea? Do you see what I'm saying? I love that he's laughing. I love that he's laughing. Do you know why? Because just now he was saying, amazing, did it? I guarantee you when he was linked with Chelsea, he was calling him a clown and saying, why are Chelsea linked with strikers like this?
No.
They're rubbish, isn't it?
When?
Do you remember it? That's why he started laughing.
Explain
I love the narrative
Explain
changes.
to me, when did you find out he was linked to Chelsea?
What do you mean when he was? We remember the time when Chelsea were doing their scattergun approach, and John Duran was one of the strikers they thought, hey, and everyone was laughing at them, saying, Villa's substitute striker who barely gets any minutes. Why are you willing to spend this much on him? Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
This is nasty word.
Why have my screen open?
The screen's not open, bro.
My screen's not
And
open.
if
I
it
don't
is,
read
you can
notes like you.
notes. That's the whole point.
I
have
use my
notes.
brain, you see.
But now. Okay, go on.
What? What? Now you feel stupid, don't you?
No.
Now you feel stupid because you was criticising him at the
No,
time. And
no,
for me, I'm just shocked by it.
I agree.
I didn't expect him to be this
No
good.
one did.
When he was on the bench last year,
He was
I think
looking-
there's only one person there's a Twitter account called United Ellis. I remember he was always tweeting about him and giving him the highest praise. And I was always like, we'll see. But what he's doing now, coming off the bench and taking every opportunity that basically comes to him,
Yeah.
can he replicate it when he starts?
Do you know what it is?
No.
That'll be the question.
I used to watch him in the Europa League. He looked raw. That's what a lot of raw. But still, he's a lot of raw now. But he's got confidence.
Yeah.
he's got self belief that if I attempt this, it's gonna go in. Who the hell wants to shoot from?
Yeah,
40
that was a
yards
straight heat check. I can't even lie to you. You know the ones when you're just feeling yourself.
It's
and
outrageous, bro.
Control
Yeah,
it, took
the
it
heat
out of his
check.
feet.
Yeah.
Boom,
It's
hit it. Let me just see if it goes in. And my thing is look, we all see Garnacho was just talking about, Trossard was talking about, guys who are impact off the bench. And I think Ollie Watkins obviously got the 2 goals. He ain't going to get dropped anytime
he's a
soon.
Yeah, but that's
How
the
long
problem.
can he put up with being
Number 2.
called an impact guy? And then if he does come in, is he going to be good enough also to
There's a difference.
replicate
There's
that?
a difference, though, and we spoke about it like I said with Garnacho, with Trossard. For some people, it's easier to be that impact guy than to be a starting striker.
Yeah.
You have to be different to be a starting striker. To start from minute 1 and play and do the score. Can you score in the 10th minute?
Yeah.
Can you hold up and fight with defenders, or do you prefer? Are you better just coming on against tired legs and be
But
this
that's-
exciting impact? There's less pressure on you because you can say I only played 10 minutes. Of course, I didn't score. It's different. Like of course, he's 20 years old. He scored 3 goals already in the first 4 games. All were impact goals, but it takes something different to be a
100%.
starting striker.
Yeah.
No, but I
It
also
does.
say it takes a lot more to be being a sub, impact sub. You're playing everyone's played 90 minutes. They're into the game, the rhythm, the flow, the tempo.
What does it feel like as well? Because, like I said, we speak a lot. You play football this weekend.
Yes.
You didn't start. You came on last 10 minutes. You guys were 2-0 down. You guys won 3-2. When he came on, impact. Talk. Impact.
It's about-
What's the difference? Because also you're also a
Being
starting
that,
striker as well.
I feel like being a sub coming into the game is one of the hardest things to do because there's so much things you got to do. You got to adjust to the tempo. Automatically, everyone thinks you ain't played 90 minutes, you got to be fresh.
cold.
So now the 90 minutes that you expect to play, you're doing that in 10. So you're just blowing that, emptying that tank. It's so difficult to get into the game and just have a feel of it. And sometimes you feel like, I just need another few more minutes just to get into the game, get a feel. But to do it, instant impact is just phenomenal. The mentality that you need to have just to keep your head. Because,
was gonna say,
because you're looking at Watkins and he's thinking, I'm in form right now. I've scored these winners goals, important goals for my team. I should start. I deserve to start. But then when you don't, you're kind of disappointed. But I feel like kudos to him. He's kept his head up, mentality strong, and he's bagged, and he's showing everyone this is what I can do.
Sure.
It'll be interesting because I'm sure they're playing in the Champions League. They'll have a ton of games
Yeah,
where they have to
that's why they
rotate.
have that.
So I think obviously he will get enough kind of game time where he does start. But it'll be interesting to see if when he does have that kind of run of games, is he still just as deadly with his minutes? If that
One
makes
thing
sense.
that's interesting as well about Villa, though, they're doing well. They're doing well. Obviously, they've only lost to Arsenal. They've got 3 wins and 1 loss. That's fine. But they've conceded 6 goals in those 4 games. They do need to have a look at that.
Which is
defense.
different, I believe, to last season. Which I think that's
They
why
conceded the season,
last season like Martinez's defensive record with Pau Torres and Konsa back then and Minks before he got injured, it was highly credited. I think now the only thing is I feel like the midfield for some reason I don't think is as defensively secure as it was last season. I do think Douglas Luiz's absence
Yeah, I was gonna say.
is very evident. Onana gets credit because Onana
But he's
gets
injured now, though.
I think that injury is going to be crucial for them. I think how long is he out for? Because I still haven't seen the report for it. I think let's say he's out for a couple of weeks or months. I think they don't have someone that can replace the profile of Onana. They can bring someone else, maybe
Ross Barkley.
But Barkley and Tielemans, that little
It's not the same.
it's a bit
It's not the
leggy.
same.
Where's Boubacar Kamara?
he's still out. Like.
He's there, but he's probably injured. He's had a lot of injury problems.
Yeah, I swear he's still out. I believe he's still out. no?
Because he's one I would think
He
would just
started
give
the
them a
season,
bit
I
of
remember,
protection for that back four.
I don't know if actually he's played it so far this season. Actually, I don't think he's played it.
He is still out.
Yeah.
He's been out since.
Yeah, knee injury till-
He's still
Yeah,
got that big
Yeah,
injury.
he's not played it this
Oh
season.
my days,
But
bro.
that's
He's
not the
been a
roster.
big
But
miss.
let's move on. Next
Everton.
game. We're
Yeah,
going
what,
to
talk about Everton?
Well, defensively quickly.
Etihad. Huh?
We're talking about Everton defensively quickly. yeah?
Everton, go. What do you want to say about Everton? Go on.
No.
That's obviously
Look, back-to-back
defensively.
week capitulations, man.
Yeah,
Sean Dyche, trust the process, man.
Process.
Keep it moving.
I feel like they need to get
Good
fit, bro.
luck. They got a new stadium coming up, and you don't want to play in that stadium in the championship.
Yo,
It's gonna be
there's-
hard to maintain.
The fitness
Remember,
needs to be kept up.
there's three teams just as bad. I think Leicester, Ipswich, and
No.
Everton.
all three promoted teams, and Everton. So what?
It's gonna be
You
long.
think
There's gonna be one team left out.
And Man City when they get deducted 60 points. Can't wait.
You hope.
Speaking of Man
You
City,
hope.
they got the case looming over their head.
the
But
case.
until then, they're getting wins and they're carrying on. They're still 4 wins from 4. The only team that is yet to drop any points this season. They hosted Brentford at home. They do sometimes have some tricky fixtures against Brentford. I remember Brentford got a double over them. The season where they
goals,
won a
no?
couple years ago. But 22 seconds in, who else but Rin from SDS scores to make it 1-0. And, a.k.a. Young Wissa. And these teams just never learn. Scoring an early goal against Man City, awakening the beast. They just never learn.
I feel like-
Ipswich did it the other week.
I feel like they do it on purpose, you know. Just to, like a little test, like let them score, get excited, and then we need something to motivate us anyway.
You
But
know,
I think it was different against Brentford. I think this week. I think Brentford should have scored 2-3 before City scored their first and second. Because they had a chance before City scored the first. When Haller scored the first chance, Brentford had a proper good chance from a corner. Edison saved it, and then that was the momentum changer. But even after when Brentford scored, when City scored the first goal,
Yep.
Brentford still controlled the whole first half. The first half, I don't understand how.
They did well.
City was 2-0 up. The whole momentum changer was when Wissa got injured towards the end of the first half. And then the second half, the game changed completely. And then that's when City took control and everything.
But I feel like that's
that first half, Brentford should have been at least 3 or 4 goals up.
I feel like that's them majority of the season. They always seem to blitz teams early, Brentford. Especially in Birmingham and Whistle. That partnership we know is devilish.
Yeah.
Devilish partnership.
Solid, honestly.
And I feel like the pace that they have in and the work rate they have is phenomenal. But it's when one of them gets injured, then we see a drop in form from the other one. And it's tough.
Because I feel like because Mbeumo got injured last season and,
Yeah,
the
and then
form
the form did-
and I feel like now, depending on how long Wissa's out for, I think that's when
And they ain't got Tony as well, so
they ain't got Tony
it's
either.
hard. I don't
But
know.
I think this is out of. I watched all City, the 4 City games this season. This is the worst performance by far, but they still
struggled
picked up.
the most. Well, I mean that also puts credit on Thomas Frank and his managerial tactical decisions going to Etihad, and even Pep had a lot of praise for him after the match. He said it's the question of time before he joins a big European club with Thomas Frank.
I think
That's
tactically, yes, very much.
He's been there for how long now?
He's been there for a
quite
while.
a while.
He's
Like he's there with the championship.
5 years
he got,
there, I
he got
say.
promoted with them. He's been the whole time in the Premier League. The thing about Thomas Frank, what I like about him, I also agree with Pep. I think he, to me, seems like a manager who's like eager to learn,
Yeah.
eager to improve. We
Yeah.
saw him come on Sky Sports. I think it was on a Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
He was breaking
Yeah.
down. He was breaking down how he shapes up for specific teams,
Yeah.
specific games. And yeah, of course, every young manager now is like
Wants to do-
this like super tactical whatever. I get it, but there's something about Thomas Frank that I don't know what it is. I like. And it's just it could,
He's
be,
got a
super,
purpose.
it could be super dumb. But I went to last year. I went to an event, right? And it was an Arsene Wenger and David Dean event.
Oh, that event, famous
It was
event.
amazing. I loved it. I paid I paid like £150 just for a ticket.
Shit.
You know, it was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
You know, that's like almost 10 times the price of SDS live show tickets that you guys can buy.
Bravo!
Hey, there's only a couple left as
There's
well.
not, honestly, there's not many left.
That was good. That was
I'm
good.
gonna try and get the venue to
Learn, man.
I'm gonna shut up.
I unplugged that nicely last week, didn't I? Bro. I'll do my thing, bro.
It's
I'll punch you after the show. Watch.
The link is on the screen, but also in the description. Live SDS.shop. LiveSDS.shop. Go over there, buy your tickets. There's honestly not many left. It's gonna be an amazing show. But like I said, tickets are only £20. But going back to this story, so anyways, I was there. I went to go watch it. It was amazing. Like David Dean, Arsene Wenger talking about everything, and Thomas Frank was there. There was a few managers there.
Thomas Frank was there?
Thomas Frank was there. Like he was there.
What?
Arsene Wenger's a
Just being
legend.
a fan.
No, in the
Just being a
crowd.
fan.
Why are you surprised,
crowd,
bro?
bro.
Why is he surprised, bro?
It was like a room in front of me. It's like a room in front of me. Like he was there to like listen to like Arsene Wenger talk and
sick.
David Dean about Arsenal stories and shit. And Thomas Frank was there. Like that means nothing, right? In the scope of what this is.
Yeah, but you try to say
you
it's
know what I mean?
learning.
In my head, I'm
Yeah.
just like, wow, it's a night off. It was like a Wednesday. It's like a midweek night. You know, he could be at home, sleeping or getting ready for the tactical next game. But he came to this event and sat in a normal crowd as a crowd member, bro, just to listen to this. Like I don't know, to me that meant so much, you know. And you see it as well sometimes in his performances. They have such, they're always hard to beat. They're a hard team to beat, especially going to their ground.
Brentford have given every
Top
big
side,
side
the
100%.
a day to forget.
100%.
Every single one of us.
But
have
I look at
experienced
him.
I think it was 2 seasons ago. They had a great stats against the top 4 sides, right?
Yeah.
Bro,
They
they're the
won
only
majority
team
of
that
them,
did
no?
home and away against City, bro.
did.
Like,
I believe he's the only manager who's beat the top 6 class since he's been there.
Each top six
Each,
club.
at one point in his.
my thing
beat us in
is
his first
I
Premier League game.
personally don't think a big 6 club in the Premier League though will take a gamble on him. Unless it is
I was
us,
just about-
unless it's us,
I
I don't
Why
think
not-
the
why not
traditional.
abroad? Like you saw
That's
company.
what I think. Someone like a Dortmund, I know Terzic is there or whatever.
yeah.
RB Leipzig.
Yeah.
I thought that's what Pep meant though. Like it's a question of time before he joins the big European.
Facts,
But I
yeah.
look
I
at
don't
him-
think it should just be top 6 Premier League.
I look
no,
at him
no.
more like Unai. You're great mid-table manager.
Europa League.
Europa League.
I know
That's
what
your
you mean.
level.
That's
The
what space
moment
for
you
that.
go to,
That's fine. Don't do
No, but Frank is
Don't
different
need
though.
creme de la creme. Give me some fillers. That's fine.
no, but
I'll take
Frank-
Thomas Frank.
but
Give me that.
Frank-
the Marseilles, you know, De Zerbi.
De Zerbi.
That's why I reckon De Zerbi was like, if I go to
Deserve
big
before
club,
he was up at echelon.
No,
Sit
I
down.
deserve it.
Sit down, Europa boy. Sit down, Europa boy.
Zerbi's good. But I always feel like
Little face.
as
on
a
the
manager, you do need top quality players to implement your style of football. Because when you get these little bums and they're trying to do play out the back and you just concede, and they don't look good. For example, company over there buying his cooking, but
I mean, he's not inspired.
that's the thing.
They scored 10
That's what we
seconds in
do.
the other day,
But
yeah.
that's what we do. We discredit them saying, "Nah, it's bad." We
Musiala
expect
scored in
that.
the first
But
10
sometimes you
minutes.
need the top class players,
Of course.
to implement
And
what you
speaking
need.
of top class players, can we talk about Erling Haaland? Erling Braut Haaland.
What, the best finish in the Premier
Leeds'
League?
his very own. Can we? He's born in
Always
Leeds.
forget that.
What can we do about this man?
There's nothing you can do.
What can we do about
You,
this
you
man?
can't stop
Did you
this guy.
see-
3 goals against Ipswich.
I tell
3 goals against West Ham. And 2 goals against Brentford. 3 games in a row. That's 8 goals in 3 games.
Shearer,
No, it's crazy.
pray
In the
that
last
he leaves
three-
early.
you know, I think he's better this season than he was 2 seasons
In
ago.
his first season, yeah.
I think he's more. I think his movement is better. I feel like he's more hungry, and I feel like that's something about him. I feel like he's a
he should be.
more clinical finisher compared to what he was for some reason 2 years ago. I think maybe because of that. Maybe because of
It's
that
natural
last.
though. I feel like it should be. One, he's more familiar with this team
Older.
than he was kind of then. I think he knows the league better, experience as well. And also last season, let's not forget. I know last season he finished the season with 29 goals, and it was
injured.
by normal standards, it's an incredible season. By Haaland standards, that was like I missed too many big chances. I had too many injuries, and I think this season, I said pre-season he was fit. I said prediction one. I said he's gonna break that 30+ barrier. He's coming for his own record, and he's playing with a point to prove. He's fully fit. He knows this season he can drive this team to a treble like he did previously. Last time people were questioning, in the cup games, you didn't turn up. There's motivations there this season. Like I said, against Arsenal, Saliba and Gabriel have shut him out every single year.
Last season, yeah.
Now you've got an opportunity next week with the
prove
form
yourself.
you've started. And
That's
for
gonna
me,
be
I
a
want to
great
talk about
battle
this.
to
I feel like
I wanna talk
feel like
about
he's gonna
this.
come very hungry. Like for example, a lot of doubts over him against these big games. I feel like now this season, I feel like he's looking hungrier, and especially now City's got Savio, so attention's elsewhere. It's not just on Haaland.
Yeah.
You've got more people to focus on. Doku on the left, Jinky, Savio, and now they got Gundo back as well.
Yep.
We know what he does business in
the
season. man.
great.
I was about to say that because you meant in the docus because 2 seasons ago he had wingers. Last season that was lack of width. That was only they try and play Foden.
Inverted,
Grealish.
yeah.
Now the wingers are back in Doku and maybe that's giving
Well,
a bit
this
more
game it was, but this game was
space.
inverted as well. It was Grealish and Savio. They're both guys that come inside.
But Savio was still making his I know he tried to invert cut inside,
It
but
gives him more space to play with. I
it
get
gives
what
him
you're
more space.
saying. Prime example of that is the second goal, though, of where the kind of long ball gets played. I thought it was like a 200 IQ play where he just gets in front of Pinnock.
Yeah, he got it. Literally just got it
For a second, Pinnock is still looking at the ball. Boom!
Yeah,
It's like, you know when you hit a pole or something.
yeah.
He's rattled. Haaland's already full speed, gone again. And I was just like, bro, this is genius centre forward play. But everyone will look at it and just say, oh, yeah, just Haaland making a run
But
and just
Ederson,
hitting a shot. And I'm like,
three
nah.
assists
And the
now.
assist came from Edison.
got that 3 assists
4
now.
assists now.
Four.
He's got more Premier League assists than Anthony.
It's crazy.
It's a Premier League career.
Hey,
mental.
that's crazy.
That's
I
mental.
wish I was Liverpool fan. You
I
guys
was gonna
fan,
say,
sorry. I wish
Liverpool-
Levi was going to be rattled. But it's true. 4 Premier League assists.
If it says anyway, it's just protect that to Liban.
Edison's got more Premier League assists than Anthony.
But Ten Hag's got more Trevors than Breaking the trophies.
Very true. That'll be his response. That'll be his response. Yeah, I mean, Edison, another assist, which is crazy.
But one thing for City, to Pep,
Go on.
Kyle Walker right back, drop it, put Rico Rubio as the right back. No. Rico.
Ricky
no?
Rubio.
Rick Lewis.
Lewis. Stop putting Lewis on the left-hand side, put Lewis on the right-hand side. He started the season very well. Kyle Walker had a shock of a lot last season. Put Lewis on the right, Guardiola on the
captain
left.
now, man.
Huh?
He's the captain.
Captain height, bro.
Give the arm man back to Gundogan.
Give it to Gundogan, give it to KDB, give it to Haaland, bro. Bro, put Lewis
Do
on
you
the
think
right.
Gunda should just get the armband back? Or
Might as well, man.
Hell no.
No, but he got his little
Bro,
leadership
you
role.
walked away.
Facts.
Yeah, you thought it was all
But he was
grass
the
is greener on the other side, yeah?
Yes,
Come back. Bottom of the food chain. Go scrub my boots, man. Talk to me
Come on,
about
I saw
armband
respect,
back.
but he ain't scoring no boots over there, man.
Cool, but sit on the bench, innit?
He's old, isn't he? He's gonna come there and coach little kids, come back, do his
Yeah,
thing.
now fully, that's what you should do.
Yeah,
He did
fair
well.
enough.
He did well in the first half, though.
Nah,
Like, he had
he
a
did,
couple,
he did.
couple good touches. It felt like he was.
But what I will say is, what Marcel cooking about him.
Yeah.
Go check out Faisal's channel. I'm
It's the
sure he'll
youngsters
give you a
though,
little bit more.
It's the youngsters
Hey,
though,
chill.
man. They got-
People said it was his fault.
Oh,
Nah.
listen, he didn't understand what Catalonianism is really about. but-
He's getting overshot by Olmo. He's really cooking.
Final thing on Man City. How many goals is Haaland getting this season in the league?
At start of the season, I said 31. I think now I'm gonna go 41.
League goals.
League goals.
I'm saying 34.
No one starts 40. Huh?
34.
35. I think
I
that's.
think he aims for
What was his record? 36.
36.
Yeah,
I think he
34.
aims for the 40 barrier.
I think
and
he wants to
says-
get 40, yeah. He's got 9 goals. No one's ever had 9 goals in the first 4 games in the Premier League. He's
Do you know the
done.
worst thing is? I feel like this team, they're gonna get him. De Bruyne's looking fitter.
40 is
He's
the aim.
here.
Just give me a number. 40 is the aim. What are you saying? 30,
34.
30,
41.
41?
I say 28, 29. Why? God forbid. No.
Injury.
No.
Yo,
I'm different.
How you predicting an injury?
No. God forbid. It's because he doesn't have. That's no backup. 8 Champions League games,
Too many matches.
too many games. That's not Alvarez now
Why
to
is
cover
man
for.
talking about like they won't play false nine?
God forbids. But I think he's picking up a 3-4 months injury.
Wow. How are you predicting an injury?
Just God
All
forbid.
right, I'm thinking, I'll say 35.
Hey,
All right,
touch
let's
wood,
move
bro,
on.
because this is nasty work,
Yes,
bro.
it is.
Touch
Let's
wood.
move on. Let's
Serious
move on.
work, bro.
Touch wood, didn't it?
Bournemouth versus Chelsea. Okay, Chelsea go away down south.
Up the Chelsea, baby.
Faisal's team. Obviously, if you guys have been
Their
watching
team.
from the start of the season, it is because his hair's on the line for this.
I'll be real with you. His hair's on the line. Also, he was originally a Chelsea fan. He just denounced them.
Exactly. So, if you guys don't know,
shame
Faisal
that.
and Liban have a forfeit-based challenge going between them, between Chelsea and Man United. If Chelsea finish below Man United, Faisal will shave his head bald, and if
my
Man United
God.
finish below Chelsea,
confident.
Liban will dye
Baldiola.
his hair green. So far,
You got that,
how
bro.
it's looking is
I'm looking good.
Liban's going green, but there's 1 point in it between each
Why
other.
didn't you make him go bold as well, man?
He didn't want to. He didn't want to.
He bottled it, man.
Okay, so Chelsea have won a Premier League away game without conceding for the first time in 2024.
That's crazy.
And they're ending a record of 17 games away from home without a clean sheet. It's
Yeah.
their first game after 17 times going away from home. 17 times they've always conceded to the home team. And Cuckoo scored 4 Premier League goals now for Chelsea. That's a lot of balloons he's been inhaling. And Jadon
Stay off the
Sancho.
smart whip, kids.
Jadon Sancho looked very impressive in his debut. Got the assist as well, but I think Chelsea fans are really happy with him.
Bro,
What do you guys think?
that Chelsea squad, bro. It's full of gang members, bro. We got Nani over here with the dreads, Haaland, Spartan, Sancho, all this. Gusto with his dreads and plaits, bro. This team.
It doesn't even start.
He's got dreads.
You're worse than those TikTokers, man. It's him who makes it.
Man the Messi. It's Man the Messi. But I'm not gonna lie. We got a few people to call out, man. Wesley Fofana.
Faisal spoke about him.
I was early there. Bro, Drake Jakes, man. Give him a respect, man.
You're a
Give him
nasty
a
guy.
respect,
You're
man.
picking on a guy who's picked up a double
No.
ACL.
Every
and
time.
go running around like, hey, this guy's fallen off.
I'm
Double
sick-
ACL.
I'm sick
I
of
called
saying
it.
No one gives
Stop
me.
it.
Son, I was
Stop
there
it.
early.
No, you
Fofana-
wasn't. I was there. Spurs fans were there before you.
No,
You think you were.
I
Spurs
was
fans were there before you.
I was there before you.
wasn't. You
I was
wasn't.
there before you.
Faisal, stop it. We've got the
Give me
receipts.
respect.
Stop biting the tails.
But now Fofana, well, I'm right.
He's
Fofana,
done.
because when
Yeah,
Tosin
but
came on,
when Van Dijk came back from ACL, he had a few problems, and then look at him now.
Bro,
but it's not-
ACLs,
no,
they
no, no.
take time.
No,
They
it's not the
take
same. It's not
time.
the same. Bro,
This is
bro,
a
Militao
double
came-
one as well.
Militao came back from an ACL. Look how he's looking right now, man. Our
He
best
made a
centre
couple
back.
Is
mistakes
he
when
the
he first
same?
came back. I remember.
Is he
He
the
made a couple
same?
Last
mistakes
season.
when he first came back.
Last season.
Exactly when he first came back.
2 games. 2 games.
You're a nasty
guy.
bit of work.
Anyway, when Tosin came on, shout out Tosin, because no Chelsea fan, I'll give him respect. Since he came on, when he came on, Colwell and Tosin looked much different. Shout out to Colwell as well.
played well.
Very good performance. This is what I've been looking for.
But this is the Faisal derby though,
for.
because you're meant to be a Bournemouth fan as well.
Huh?
So you're not happy.
Seriously?
Yeah, well, it's a 50-50 split.
He sold those stocks after last season. It's okay. You can drop those stocks. Iraola won.
You still haven't gone to a match. Like, it's just a mess now.
No.
fake.
No, let me
a
have
mess.
Go shout out Colwell, but shout out in my person, the one person that changed the whole game,
Sanch.
needs to give it some respect is Sanchez. Best performance for Chelsea by
Sanchez?
far.
Robert Sanchez. I want to talk about the penalty save as well.
oh, yeah,
Not
sorry.
Sanchez. It's Sanchez, the penalty save, the crucial save in the first half and second half. And what I liked as well, last season his biggest mistake was he was trying to play ball play from the back. I think that's what Pochettino asked him to do. Made so many mistakes. The one against Chelsea, the one against Arsenal, and other mistakes. Enzo in the second half said, "Yo, I can't trust that little ball playing. Just put it long. I can't afford no more mistakes." And he did it as well. Vega, because of course Enzo wasn't there. Vega came in.
He was okay.
He was okay. Cucurella needs to. I'm happy. Enzo Maresca dropped his stubbornness and said, "You know what, yo, Ben Chilwell, come on." I feel like maybe Ben Chilwell can have a little resurgence. Maybe come on, maybe see how it is. But the fact that Chelsea's able to bring the likes of Joao Felix.
To Chilwell play.
No.
I don't think so.
No, he was completely out.
Yeah.
He was completely
kind of
out,
bringing him back
but
into
now
the
he's
squad.
brought him into the squad. Like, yo,
yeah.
I can't
He's
afford-
registered now.
He's registered. I'm kind of happy because Cucurella, there's a big question
It's a bit
mark.
shaky.
But the fact they can bring the likes of Joao Felix
Nah, the subs is
Incredible.
crazy. Like,
Sancho.
the subs that came
off
on
the
was,
bench,
Yeah, Nkunku, Felix, Sancho,
it's
and
insane.
Tosin. Yeah.
It's insane. But one thing though, which I want to say about Chelsea, you have to bring Neto, because Neto is now being a victim of playing outside of his position, and Chelsea fans are now saying, "Oh, this is another Midrick. This is another 70 million signing X, Y, and
What's
Z."
the position on the right?
He's never on the left. He's never left wing.
He's not
and
gonna
been
play
a
on the
victim.
right, though.
But that's my problem now. You need to play him on the right. Nani started the season well. The last 2 games, being a bit selfish. I can't lie. There's a couple chances he's shooting where he should be passing.
He's an England player now, that's why.
Yeah, he's got arrogance. No, he's got arrogance
He's
now.
earned it.
No, he's got
earned it.
He's got arrogance. Those moments where, brother, the pass is there, especially Cole Palmer.
But that's confidence, though, man.
No,
I'll
it's
be real with you,
arrogance.
yeah. Do you know what
it's
it
not
is?
arrogance,
It's
man.
arrogance.
Because if he scored that, you're not saying this.
Huh?
If he scored that, you're not saying this, bro.
Exactly, but
Do
if
you know
you're
what the thing
passing
is?
But
it,
you got to take if you don't shoot, you don't score.
100%.
at least on target.
Why is it also?
Jackson.
Huh?
All right, Faisal, why is Pedro Neto treated like this by the whole Premier League? This darling of, I don't know, technical brilliance. Bro, we see him 7 games a season.
Yeah, facts.
And people go on like he's the second coming of Cristiano Ronaldo. Every team wants to sign him every summer. You don't know if you can rely on it. You're talking about, Haaland might get 3 months injury. This guy might be done in 6 months by next week. And you want to give him the right wing. Earn your spot.
Listen,
You're the newbie in the team. Madueke's come in.
And
He's
cooked.
had to wait last year. Cooked at the start of the season. Now you've got to run in that right side. We've moved Palmer in the middle. Neto, you're going to have to figure it out. Good footballers, you know what they do? They can adapt to either positions. And do you know one thing I hate about wingers nowadays, yeah? All of them are inverted wingers. If you're not going to give me double-double, you're not inverted. Learn how to take the man on the outside and cross the ball in. Pedro Neto, that's what you need to start doing. Learn to go on the inside. Learn to go on the outside. You're new in this team, bro.
Cooked.
You have to find your way in. It's not Pedro Neto's come in. We know what a talent he is for 6 games of the season. Give him the right wing.
He signed for a
Get
team
out
knowing how many wingers they already have anyways.
Come on,
Yeah,
it's a tough competition.
Felix coming off bench and Kunku coming off bench. But Pedro Neto should be given the right wing.
If you're playing, if you've been given the chances in your natural position and you haven't delivered and then moved him to the... It's like Mudryk. Mudryk was always considered a left winger who was in natural position. Then people gave up on him. That's fine because he had his chances. He never delivered. Neto hasn't been given a chance in his
How can
natural
you be
position.
given a chance?
If you're given
If the player on the other side is better than you at the moment, it's in form. What chance are you gonna get, bro?
So how can you judge me for not playing my natural position and now say, you know what, I need to showcase?
Brother, I've just moved you to the left. It's wing, not wing.
Bro, man acting like you're being forced to play left back. Bro, you're going from right wing to left wing. It's not rocket science.
It's a complete difference.
What's the difference,
Okay,
bro?
but it's just the same thing about Rodrigo. You're a Real Madrid fan. Rodrigo's natural position left wing. He's playing on the right wing. And he's performing.
Don't compare. Don't compare a very great player.
Okay, if Pedro is not a very great player, why we spent 7 minutes of our 10-minute slot of Chelsea talking about him then?
Trying to justify why he should play right wing.
How about this? Bukayo Saka. Can you play on the left?
Yes, he can.
No.
He didn't play England in the Euros.
Is he the same level on the left?
No, he's not.
So?
No, he's not. He's not. He's not the same level on the left.
Understanding. You being on your left foot, you're just using your left foot more on the left hand side. Just trust the ball, bro. You don't need to cut him. If you got your Pedro is on the left hand side, cutting on his left.
But that's what.
What's the difference?
No, that's what I'm saying. Because people are judging him for that. People say, well, he's on the left. Why does he keep crossing? Why? My game is all about cutting inside, taking people.
Brother, you're on your left foot. Just go there and cross and
My
put a good
game
ball
is
in.
cutting inside and taking people on. Why can't you go outside and take people on?
Fuad, then we're gonna say, oh, he's one dimensional.
I just want words, and he just gave me a.
Is he one dimensional? Is he one dimensional?
I've been saying for a while he's one dimensional.
All right, let's talk about something else.
He's one
So you want to cater to the team to a
Let's talk about
one-dimensional
something
player.
else because I want to know if this form from Chelsea is sustainable because they do have the first 4 games 2 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. The 1 loss was to Man City. Apart from the Wolves game, which obviously that was like the only super comfortable. This one is a bit rocky. This one, they got a late winner from Nkunku, but it was also like
it's a quality
yeah,
goal.
but also it was. If you're looking at XG, Brighton finished the game with a 1.89 XG to Chelsea's 0.7.
Come
Not
on,
Brighton,
man.
Bournemouth.
Stats are misleading.
No, what I'm saying is Bournemouth sold Dominic Solanke. If they had, obviously, Evan Nilsson, how do you pronounce his name? Evan Nilsson, yeah. He missed the penalty, but also he's still yet to score. If they had something like the Dom Solanke, for example, with this with the better XG, Chelsea might not have walked away with this game with a win.
Yeah, but at the same time,
this is an away game, smash and grab for Chelsea. They got an 86th-minute winner. They saved the penalty. They probably ran away with the 3 points. They might not have deserved the 3 points. What I'm saying is it sustainable? Because yes, so far it looks good. 7 points from 4 games isn't horrible, but they drew to Crystal Palace at home, and they lost to Man City and they got that impressive win.
Yeah, but at the same time,
how is Chelsea? I know you're obviously following them closely this season because your hair's on the line, but. From Enzo Maresca so far, is this looking good for them? Is it looking
I would say yes.
shaky?
Yes.
Because
you know why? Because
performance is balanced out. Yeah, for me, I always believe that it balances out. So what do you think?
I'll say this is good. Bearing in mind the amount of players they have, the chopping and changing, at least you're getting the 3 points. Is when you need to find your consistent starting 11. When you find that, and then you see the form dropping and you start losing points, then I can say, yeah, this is not sustainable. This is where you have a big issue because they've got so many impact players off the bench, regardless. Anyway. They can always change games. Felix, he's always going to create something. Kuku's always going to create something. As long as you have that, I feel like you're always good. You're always in good hands.
The attacking options.
And at the same time, this is the first time this season, like this game last season, they would have lost that 100%. This is the first time last season they kept facing adversity and they lost. This is the first time they've actually faced adversity mid-game and they always felt like, you know what, we still got a chance. And this is only 4 games in, bro. Once he, like Rin said, once he figures out his team and everything. Bro, I feel like that's much more security within this Chelsea team. And the fact that the stats that you mentioned, the first clean sheet in how many games, everything, bro, that's
improvement.
Things are changing within the Chelsea team. And once given
improvement,
The clean sheet, I don't know. Because at the back, they're still looking
I'm
suspect.
noticing all these changes happening as soon as Enzo got dropped out of the team, though. So,
Yeah, well,
you know what I'm saying?
I can't lie.
we did identify that him and Caicedo both can't play.
It's us. I
not-
can't lie.
We'll keep an eye on that one. We'll keep an eye on that
It's not
one.
the first time.
Hey.
We will
Last
keep
year-
an eye on that one, but let's move on to the Midlands, where Wolves hosted Newcastle. Game finished 2-1 to Newcastle. Wolves scored the first game. Andre, the Brazilian midfielder,
I like him, man.
Shout out Andre, man.
completed all 40 of his passes in that game. Not one misplaced pass in that game.
need to
That's
see
the
the
most
directions.
on record. That's the most on record without misplacing a pass by a player that made their first Premier League start.
Huh?
That's the most a player on his debut
Wait,
on record.
What? That was his debut. I thought.
They just signed him, Andre.
They signed him deadline day.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
first
deadline day.
It's the first time he played.
Oh,
He's
it's
signed from Brazil, yeah.
Yeah.
Signed him from Brazil, and this is his first
I
start.
thought you played before. Oh.
And very impressive start. Very
Very
impressive. And the
impressive.
midfield looked good as well with Lamina and Gomez. And that goal, I love that goal. I love that goal.
The Jacks.
I love that goal. You know, it's like telepathic. I love team goals. For me, there's an individual beautiful goal in this game. We'll speak about it later. Obviously, unbelievable.
Yeah.
But we've got to speak about the first goal because obviously it started from all the way in their own box, and Gomez and Lamina both started on the edge of their box, right? And it ended with Gomez Jackson and Lamina tapping it in to basically more or less kind of like an open. It wasn't open there, but easy goal.
Little rugby move.
Wow, what an unbelievable goal! And I think things were looking good for Wolves. You know, we watched a bit of. I mean, I was in and out of sleep because straight after the derby, but we had the game when I was watching a bit of it. But Newcastle turned it around. You know, Isak ended up coming off, got injured,
Hope it's not
unfortunately.
That
which
Bola is
then-
pissing me off on FPL, man. It's just selling,
Yeah. But what Eddie Howe did though was
Bola is
interesting.
a seller,
Eddie
man.
Howe made 3 half-time changes though. 3. You know, he brought on Willock, he brought on Tonali, and he brought on Harvey Barnes.
I feel like those are good substitutions.
Yeah, 3 half-time change. And now I'm thinking it's like, what? Because we have a similar thing. We have Harvey Barnes and Gordon are both playing that left side. Harvey Barnes just keeps on showing why he should be playing 1 minute. But Anthony Gordon, of course, is also England international. He's consistent performer.
Yes.
Last season, I think, was their best player of the season. How can you get them both in the team?
Like I just said with Pedro Neto. Go on the right wing, brother.
Who?
You got Jacob Murphy there.
Exactly.
Go
I
take
agree.
his spot.
For who?
Go take his spot.
I'll put Gordon on the right and Barnes on the left.
That's perfect. That's what I'll do.
But Barnes is more of a cutting guy than Gordon. Gordon's more of a fast.
You know what? I hear you.
You know,
I
can
hear
go
you.
down the line.
Listen to this guy.
Wait, please repeat yourself.
Out of the 2 of them,
Yeah, no.
What he means is Gordon is still capable of going outside.
yeah.
Okay, but repeat.
I said I would put Gordon on the right
Yeah.
and Barnes on the left.
Why are you putting Barnes on the left?
Because out of the 2 of them, Barnes is more of the cutting guy, and Gordon can go down the line.
He's more limited.
No,
Exactly. That's what I'm saying with Chelsea. Put Neto because he's more of a cut inside, and then someone else can be on the left hand side.
on the left then?
Wait, you said Neto's more of a cut inside.
Yeah, Neto is much
Yeah.
more of a cut inside and then shoot and then put someone on the left. You just said what I said exactly.
No, never, because he has the
But
option.
the reaction is different to
No,
him and me.
because-
Well, I'm pretty
no.
privileged.
See how dumb
well,
you are.
pretty privileged.
Look how he
well,
has
that's pretty
four-
privileged.
he has 4
You said the
brain
exact same
cells.
thing as I
He
said.
has 4 brain
Well, I said
cells
the
that
same thing as I
fight each
said.
other. You're dumb. You're dumb. They're not the same. Because
Well,
he
it's the
said,
same. It's
not.
he said Harvey Barnes there because he's got Gordon there who can cover that side. Who's
Shut
on the
up,
other
man.
side that can cover?
Well, like you can.
No.
Continue. No, continue what you're talking about.
Use your words. Use your words. Use your words. What? You think I forgot what you threw a ball at Leah's? I'm gonna get back. Yeah, shut up.
Well, the FCM's up.
Yeah, bro. I got my boys back.
What did I put
Shut up, man. Carry on.
What's up, Wolves Newcastle? Chill.
Tweaking, bro.
Wait. No, go on.
But yeah, so obviously Eddie Howe made 3 half-time changes. That's a brave decision to make after being 1-0 down. And like I said, he brought on Willock, he brought on Tonali. Finally got to see Tonali play.
No, that's the second time now.
Obviously, but finally got to see more of Tonali play because eventually he's gonna start getting that starting
Need
berth
that.
because
Good
he's
second half.
over long start.
Good second half.
And Harvey Barnes as well. Which then led to obviously Newcastle scoring 2 kind of late on goals. Shah scoring a long range, of course, got a deflection as well, but still a great strike. Shah's got that in his game, by the way, the
Yeah.
long range strikes.
He's done it a few times.
And then Harvey Barnes, for me, if it wasn't for John Duran's goal, that would be the goal of the weekend.
Yeah.
Harvey Barnes, unbelievable strike.
I'm sure
Wow.
Leah's or somewhere screaming, Barnes now!
For sure. Give me a clap.
But yeah, I mean, we were talking about earlier about Arne Slot's tactical decision that didn't work out. On the flip side here, Eddie Howe, like I said, bringing on those 3 changes at
Yeah.
halftime, but also made 2 more defensive changes later on in the game. Brought on Trippier and brought on Lloyd Kelly. The differences in those, do you think that's
Yes.
one?
That's what
Or do you
separates.
think it's like one's lucky, one's
Absolutely.
unlucky?
But I think he's more fortunate because Wolves, their level dropped in the second half. And I felt like in the second half,
I wouldn't agree. I just feel like Newcastle had more energy in the midfield, and that's what they needed. That's why he brought on Tonali and Joe Willock as well, because he was more fresh legs. And
Willock is full of energy, though.
and he's going to attack more. I feel like that's what they needed. That's what they were missing.
But this is the first time that Wolves, especially with the manager, which they have, this is not the first time they've done it more than once this season. And who's the manager again? Who?
Gary O'Neill.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to lie.
This is not the
But
first
Wolves
time.
played well, man. Don't do that, bro. Wolves
This is
played
the
well,
first
though.
time they've done it this season. They always take a lead and then boom, their levels drop and drop and drop and they think. But no, shout out. I'm not taking anything away from Newcastle. I think second half they did very well, especially Eddie Howe's changes. But this has been a pattern for Wolves this season. Whenever they take a lead, for some reason, I don't know if it's complacency. I don't know if it's the instruction of Gary. Oh no, you know what? Let's drop deep. It never seems to.
I feel like they're just not as clinical. Especially Cunha. He had a very good game. He's one of their main guys over there. And if he's not doing
They
it,
had chances.
They had
Strand
great
Larson hit
chances.
the post. You know,
Yeah.
Cunha
I
had a
think
chance saved.
That was going to be their problem this season, though, was the guys who last season, Hwang and Cunha, both turned up, I feel like, last season with the goals. They're going to need them to do it more consistently. And obviously, they signed Strand Larson from
Cunha's not
Celta
a 9,
Vigo.
man.
He's a 9.5.
Cunha's not a 9,
Same even with Hwang. But that's why they brought Strand Larson into
I
play
like him,
off.
you know, because he's like a target man. He holds up.
He's physically
balls.
good. I think he's built for the Premier League. Does he have enough goals? That's the question. He could,
Pace
I
as
reckon he
well.
could be like an Awani,
Pace.
where at the start it's rough, but in the back end you might get a nice pot of gold if you stick it out. You know what I mean?
But this is the luxury that Newcastle never had last season.
Because they had a
all
lot
the
of
injuries of
injuries,
last
yeah.
season.
Yes.
They never had the luxury
That's
of
a good
bringing,
point, actually.
of bringing people
Yeah.
like players like Barnes, and you mentioned, who else was it? It was Barnes,
Willock
Tonali,
came on, Tonali,
Willock.
yeah.
Last season, with all the injuries they had, but they were bringing 16, 15-year-old because they were relying on
Bringing on
academy.
Where's
Kraft
Wilson?
to play.
What kind of
Kraft.
Emil Kraft
Wilson.
to play every position.
Kraft
gonna
was
be
coming. Jacob Murphy was the X factor. Come on,
Nah,
Alex.
but he's got a few
Jacob
bangers. He had
Murphy.
that- he
He
had
cooked
that
us, I
bro.
can't even lie.
He had some bangers, bro.
In that same game, yeah, when he came on, in my chat, they were all saying, Jacob Murphy, yeah, we're going to cook these up. I said, bro, do you not remember 2 years ago what he did? Because do you remember the 6-1 as well, 5-1? Bro, he was heavily involved. He was cooking.
I saw he scored. He started laughing. I said,
Bro, he does it all the time. He's a troll. He's a troll. I hate guys like him.
I saw Terps say Jacob Murphy's got 5 GAs in 4 games against Spurs.
Bro, 100%. It's nasty.
Nah, he likes you, though, bro. He likes you, but he's gonna
Do you know what? When they see you, they get scared.
There's some bad, yeah, there's some bad.
I'm not gonna lie. That's like when we see Drogba and Rooney.
Bro, there's
And
some
even
man
recently
when
Jota.
they start
see Jacob
scoring
Murphy
against your
start
club
shaking.
and they just find a knack. It was like, I think, was it Owen used to do it to Newcastle? I think it was as well. All strikers do that. They have
A certain
Suarez,
team.
Norwich. Oh my God. They find them and then they start battering them.
Well, facts.
No, it's facts. But it's a good way win for Newcastle. And like you said, they got players coming back. Murphy, Longstaff, plays like this where I think eventually they're getting wins right now, and then eventually their starting lineup is strong, going to get stronger and stronger and stronger, and then they're going to finalize this is our team. You know, where Tonali's going to get his place back.
100%.
You know, maybe someone takes that right wing spot and becomes more of a consistent player there, and then they're going to build a pretty strong starting lineup. I like the Livramento and Hall fullbacks.
Cool.
I like.
Did you know they were phenomenal that game?
Yeah, I love it.
Energetic,
Lewis Hall
both.
looks good,
Lewis
gets
Hall
up as well.
up and down bombing, bro.
He's finally given, because last season it was always Burn on the left hand side.
Yes.
Now
And
finally
that was horrible
Hall-
because I don't feel. Burn's not as mobile as him. He's just so stiff, just tall, head of the ball, boom.
But there is a thing that you can't ignore. Though Newcastle fans are still not happy about the performances, like how
I'll
you know,
be
and
so.
it's mad because statistically, this is the best start they've had in the league for 24 years.
Yes.
but the fans aren't happy about the
I'll
performances.
tell you why. Because
So
when
is
you
it
look at the
sustainable? We
games,
keep asking that question because patterns. Like I said, I always
Yes.
believe patterns balance out.
Yes.
you can get results, but results are temporary. Patterns last longer.
Very, very true.
playing bad, you can get 3 wins in a row playing bad. You can get 90-minute goal, 80-minute goal, 9-minute goal, but then you still play bad. Eventually, you're going to balance out. You're going to start
Yes,
losing games.
that's very, very true.
So
But then 2 years ago when they made Champions League, there was a bit more entertainment. Like
That's what I feel like. I feel like
in
Eddie Howe's
action.
almost changed his brand of football a little
He-
bit.
he's
become
now
more rigid, would you say?
more result based.
Yeah, and I think he's understood it's a result-based business. I think Newcastle have gone through patches last year where he realised, look, trying to play this entertaining brand of football maybe,
get
or
me-
front foot football, leaves us way too open and we just don't have the bodies for it. And a little bit kind of, I don't even want to say Ten Hag, but it's kind of just more safety football first is how I would call it.
But I can't I think it should be a tradition. In my opinion, the way things are moving, I think a club should have a tradition to understand the fans. Like, what do you man value? Do you man value
The identity.
way we play?
Yeah.
Do you man value result based? Because West Ham with Moyes, Bro, he was giving results, but they kept preaching.
Got him a European trophy.
We want the way we play. We want to play entertaining football.
I would
I always think, yeah, you shouldn't be fussed, in my opinion, you shouldn't be fussed about style of play till you've won something. Result. Maybe when West Ham win their Conference League, now it's like,
flex.
now we want to flex a little bit. Cool. But Newcastle still haven't got there, in my opinion. Just keep grinding,
And
bro.
I'll say Newcastle still establishing themselves as well.
Yes.
You're still looking for them final piece, because especially with the new board members, you ain't got your final team that you say, this is our style of play. And plus, you was in Champions League a few years, now you're not. Bro, get your results first.
I think this is a techie year for Eddie Howe as well, because Newcastle obviously have restrained from spending, I think, over the past 18 months.
FPL.
I think next summer, they're going to go crazy.
But I hope he's still there.
That's the thing. This is your almost like year to really set yourself up if you're going to be the manager next season, or if they're going to replace you this
There we
season.
go. It'll be interesting to find out.
He's not.
You say he's not. We'll find out.
Jose, next season.
Well, let's see. They got a lot of money.
the hell out of
Since
here,
that
man.
Saudi ownership, they slowed down a little bit. But let's move on now. Crystal Palace versus Leicester. This was an interesting one because Leicester were 2-0 up, and that man, Jamie Vardy, is still having that party. He's not letting it go.
Understand that
He
guy.
Congo,
scored
bro.
again. We'll speak about him in a second because he wasn't having a great game. Don't let it don't be blinded by the goals. But Jamie Vardy scores for Leicester, opens the scoring, and then Steffi Mavididi, great finish as well, roof of the net.
French, right?
No, well, according to Stars, he's French. According to Stars, he's French.
You're nasty.
But he's English.
You said you both got knocked out. You joking?
Yeah,
Don't
you
do
guys
that
got a
again.
third place playoff, I heard.
Yeah, don't do that,
You
bro.
guys got a third place playoff.
Brother,
What channel is that going on?
Stars' YouTube channel.
Yeah, what channel is that going on?
Stars' YouTube channel, yeah.
Pull your seat up, man. You look so small,
sorry.
man.
I keep shrinking.
Yeah, I know.
My back.
But yeah. So Jamie Vardy opens the score. Steph Mavididi makes it 2. And then that man, Jean-Philippe Mateta.
Rin.
Another Ren. Another one. You know?
We on form this week, bro.
Didn't do I got
We on form this week, bro.
Congolese, brother. Jean-Philippe
I'll take it out.
scores 1, and then in the 92nd minute scores another. The first one was interesting because it looked offside.
From the angle.
And then they used one angle, and even that angle looked offside, but they wrote it onside. I don't understand it. But listen, man, it's a good result for Leicester going away to Crystal Palace. Both of them have identical results so far. Two draws and 2 losses each, 0 wins. They're both looking for a win.
But hey, man,
Crystal Palace,
Glasner.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put my hands up. It's still early on. I had Palace as my open
Hey,
form
man,
team.
Glasner.
I had him as my
Glasner
team.
ball. It's like, I can't lie, it's like Ange last season. The first 10 games, beautiful football, nice little goals, and then everyone starting to clap. But this guy got one tactic, and that's just a high press on that. Glasner last season, the little stretch, great ball. This season, the first 5 games, come on.
4.
First 4, I mean, a cup game as well. 5 games, come on, Ak. Like, can you give us something else?
Yeah.
Is it only one little tactic? Is it only the one formation that you know quite well? 3, 4, 2, 1. Can you give me something else? Can you put Ez in a different position? Are you still relying on Elise who's still at Bayern? Can you play 2 strikers up front? Can you do something?
No. I don't know if the 2 strikers
Nah,
work though, man.
because
He
I'll
is
be
though.
real with you, I
Eddie-
understand the
Eddie
back
played
3.
Eddie, yeah.
He's got Lacroix, he's got Guehi, and he's got Chalobah, who I think still hasn't played, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
but I
no.
think with those
Bro,
3,
Nathaniel Klein's still starting.
I mean,
Klein started, bro.
yeah, Nathaniel Klein
Yeah.
started this week in the
Klein.
back 3. Listen, count your days because he won't be there for much longer. But I think when Chalobah comes in, that's a more solid and reliable back 3 that you can actually shouldn't leak goals as easily. But I also think in the attack, they've lost Elise, bro.
That's a big one.
That's a huge loss. And I think what they got, Ismail Assar, Kamada, who've all come in.
Eddie and Ketia.
Eddie and Ketia as well. So unless one of them all of a sudden stakes a claim and takes him, I think there's going to be a little bit of kinks for them to iron out just a little bit.
But you know what it is?
What's that?
What
That
kinks?
shit is stupid. Because it's about how like Nathaniel Klein started the season.
Oh. So you can never hear the word Klein and not bring up the fucking Bayern Munich shirt. I get it. I got ripped off by a Hungarian dude. It's cool.
Yeah, long story short, Fuad has a classic story where he ordered, was it eBay?
Yeah,
He
man.
tried to order a
Balak.
legendary Balak Bayern Munich shirt. The shirt came, he's like, yeah, this is sick, you got it. He turned the shirt around and this is the shirt, so let's be right now.
Yeah, he got
We've
Liba's
never heard
version.
this player, by the way. You still got it home?
Do you know what? I'll put it in the washing machine once and numbers peeled off. I said, yeah, man. I got a hand on a different, bro. Just remembering that shit makes me mad, bro.
How much was it?
I prefer not to speak,
It's a
bro.
lot because it's a classic
I
shirt.
hate a whole country because of one brother.
Well, don't tell me more than the bills.
I don't
It's
even
a
want
classic shirt, probably.
Yeah, man.
More than the
It
bills.
was expensive, bro. It
Probably.
was expensive.
We reimburse you though.
Wolford,
so.
what's interesting though, it's like Wolford and Didi played a more advanced position and he got both assists. Bro, he was
Hey, brother, chill. Breathe.
alright, I don't know if he got that excited over it.
Bro, I couldn't believe what I was saying.
He was playing in the 10.
That nigga died. My boy died. You said he did.
Didi in the 10? Bro! Yo!
Got 2 assists as
I
well.
said this limited DM, they got him running around acting like who? Zinedine! Bro, Didi! Oh!
He got both assists.
I couldn't believe
You
it.
went crazy.
I couldn't believe
And
it.
he was playing ahead of 2 Spurs players, Harry Winks and Oliver Skip behind. Harry Winks and Oliver Skip behind him. Yeah, Jordan Ayew to the right,
boys.
come back at Soho's
The
part.
fact that you have Jordan Ayew.
Jamie Vardy in front of him, who's obviously 37 years old, and he got 2 assists.
It's a weird
It should
squad.
not work.
It's
What
a
is
weird
going
squad.
on?
It's a weird squad.
It should not work, but it has.
Yeah, I don't know how, but it has. I mean, Leicester. I'm not gonna lie, Leicester. I think they're going down. Like this isn't gonna last the whole season.
Never,
So,
never.
Well, the party's not gonna last.
But
No,
it's
never,
not,
never.
it's not, it's
But
not.
a conversation needs to be had about
Palace-
Glasner, about
Palace
Palace
should be
and
doing better
Glasner.
here. No.
Like with all the expectation that was
Still without a win,
beginning
man.
of the season.
I'll say it's tough though, because you got Philippe. He's like a target 9. He's holding up, and you got Eddie. How do you put them both in the team? What's the system here? Eddie was the best player on the pitch for them.
That's like
in the
Owen
game, but it's
Heskey,
hard.
innit? Owen Heskey. It works.
But I
Bring it
don't-
back. Eddie's like the.
And then where do you play Eze?
Inter, Lautaro, Lukaku. You can,
Right.
you can
Look
make
at the
it work.
profiles we were seeing,
I
bro.
know, but
Yeah,
you can
but
make it work.
it can
The two
work.
strikers.
They're not the same.
You can make
There
it work.
are
I'm not
tweaks
saying
you can
Eddie's
do.
the Prem.
Eddie's nippy
You
and
can make
nimble.
it work,
Mateta's
bro.
like that.
You can make it work. Like, you know how he loves his little 3 at the back? Conte loves his 3 at the back. But guess what Conte did?
can
Rather than
tweak it.
having 2 inverted 10s, play 2 strikers. How about you try that?
That's what he's done. That's what he did, though.
Yeah,
That's perfected what he did. It was for Mateta and Eddie.
But try, but that's what I mean. Try. So I feel like the
Well, the Prem
has
is so
fi-
limited, isn't it?
The Prem has figured out how my man plays. It's like Ange.
Shut up, bro. Stop bringing my manager into this every 2 seconds, bro.
It's true. It's like how Ange is, bro. Like they've figured out how my man plays, and I think it will become a problem moving forward. I think if he doesn't pick up result, we'll look at him like, what's this little purple patch? Wasn't because
No, but it's tough
last
though,
season
man.
I was hearing he deserves to be amongst the top 6 club and everything.
Guess who-
Guess who they got next?
Who?
United.
That's where they get a win.
No, that's what they're gonna get done.
They'll win.
But it's tough though.
They'll win. They'll win.
Hey, they lost their star man.
They'll
He's a
win.
Bayern now, bro. It's tough to replace that kind of stature, man. Elise.
Okay, but tell my man, the person that was supposed to be the person next to him, tell him to
Say his
show
name.
up.
Eze.
Eze, tell him to rise.
So I'm gonna call him later. I'm gonna say, yeah, rise up.
No, cool
Rise
feeling,
up.
cool
Bro,
feeling,
like he's
feeling
not been
cool.
scoring free kicks for them. Bro. He
Rise
has the
up.
rising, bro.
Allow
Show
it,
me.
bro. Allow
Bro,
it.
this-
Allow
he's
it, bro.
choosing
You're
the
trying
wrong
to,
thing, bro.
you're trying
It's
to
the
force a
wrong
Palace
agenda,
and
bro.
Glasner. I've watched him cook this whole period.
Yeah.
You're trying to force his Glasner. You know, is he being caught out? You always want to be ahead of the curve. Just chill sometimes.
Eze, show me.
What is it they say? Sit back and observe sometimes.
Yes.
Not everything needs a reaction.
Nope.
Crystal
Show
Palace drew.
me.
They drew. It's okay.
This guy is so fake. After my Drake's on that, takes on that Drake. Bro, chill. They're gonna do well, bro.
No, this one will be like a little
Whoa, what's
headlines. Headlines.
Headlines was good from the start.
Yo, I hate this guy.
This guy doesn't know music, bro. He
really
don't know
don't.
Drake.
He doesn't know Drake.
From the start.
No,
He doesn't
no,
know Drake.
bro. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean like it will over time. It will be. Sometimes you
Kev, how do you mean it?
Sometimes hear me out.
Go on then.
sometimes. Hear me out.
Explain.
Okay, sometimes one second.
I cut all these gimmicks. When you know he's not going nowhere.
Did you just swear me? What's wrong with you, bro?
Sometimes-
I cut it. When he doesn't know he's going nowhere. Yeah,
Sometimes, what I meant when I said headlines, and
Yeah.
like headlines are a banger.
Yes.
This take will be a banger like soon, in the next week. Banger, boom. You'll see it.
He's gonna tweet out on his own account and be like, "Hey, retweet my YouTube, yeah, please."
Facts.
Fat shit.
Hours of silence.
Hours of silence. All right.
Hours of silence.
Um,
Wait, say what?
House of Balloons.
nothing. All right, let's go to the next game. 2 games remaining. We are back here in London, but it's a London derby. Fulham versus West Ham. Now, this game, I was looking at the fixtures and I was like, yeah, East v West, actually, yeah. I was looking at this game. And I was kind of interested in how this game will play out because West Ham, we're looking at them as, you guys rate them as the best transfer window.
Yeah.
Fulham as well have, obviously, it's kind of like an Arsenal B team sort, but they actually look like it's shaping up pretty decent, right? Finished all square, 1-1. I didn't end up watching the game, but I was really excited to watch it, but unfortunately I couldn't. But they finished 1-1, but there was a very late equaliser. Danny Ings.
My
very
boy
late
Danny Ings.
equaliser. You thought he was finished. He ain't finished. Jared Bowen worked hard for that goal as well. Cut it back. Danny Ings did really well. After him and scored the first goal of the game. It was kind of like a punch in the stomach for Fulham because they thought they had it in the bag.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, finished 1-1. Adama Traore, I think he's having a pretty strong start to the season. You know?
Very, very.
Strong start.
He's looking good.
But it's always end product with this guy, bro.
Yeah.
It's always he never has it.
Muniz has his form from last season.
Well, him and the starters, he got dropped.
Muniz' form from last season had dried up as well. Like, you know them ones where the purple patches, man. Like we've seen it, you know, like Glasner, we've seen it.
Oh my God.
Now Muniz, we've seen it.
And
the
both of the purple patches was similar time, the Muniz and Chris Palace.
He was one I
Like
was
after
telling, man.
like
I was
January,
like, yo,
February.
you don't go from flopping
To
championship
bagging.
to all of a sudden bagging it. I was like, there's something fugazi here. They dashed him the number 9, had him doing up every TikTok. I said, I'm watching this brother closely this year, but he's not even the one I want to talk about. West Ham and Mikel Antonio.
Antonio should be banned.
Can we just
This
end this?
still starting.
Bro,
Still starting.
Antonio in the 9, Souček in the 10.
Souček was pushed
you
up,
are,
yeah.
you are, you know, killing yourself essentially, bro. Attaching yourself to that still. And I know, like, I don't know if Paqueta was injured or whatever, why he came off the bench, but I'm like, bro, put Bowen in the 9.
with Brazil.
Oh, okay. Actually, yeah, long trips. But Romero has to start every week. But anyway, put Bowen in the 9, Paqueta, earn your minutes instead of betting, and then Kudus, and then Somerville. For me, it's very simple. Move away from this Souček and Antonio. And I understand some games you're thinking away v Fulham, it's going to be difficult. We don't need that. I'm sorry. This isn't 2020 anymore.
But that's why Lopetegui straight 45 minutes. Boom. Souček, ma'asalama.
Yes.
Antonio, ma'asalama. Bring in Ings. Did a madness. I can't lie. Clutch. Ings, I can't lie, man. Just give
No,
him.
but Ings didn't come on. Ings came on in the 82nd minute.
Give him a couple chances.
But the half-time changes
But Somerville is why I agree
Paqueta
with.
and Somerville. Yeah.
I like Somerville.
needs to start for them.
Yes.
Because every time he's come on, I've
Looking
seen
like a bright spot, innit?
bro, bright spark, man. He's making something happen. Kudus, the thing is, people talk about Kudus, but the guy gets double teamed, triple teamed because he's the only little hope they have. Put him maybe in his natural second half. He moved to his natural position, and he was the one that created, like, part of the creation. It was part of like the goal came from him creating because he was moved into his favorite position. But I agree with Antonio. That brother should be shipped to wherever country.
What,
to learn
Saudi?
Arabic.
Saudi.
Salam alaikum. Ittifaq. Ittifaq is calling your name. They've got hella British players. go to Ittifaq. But he needs to go. He needs to go.
Damn, man. I mean, it is right. I don't know why Mikel Antonio still is starting. I mean,
Speaking of Saudi, do you want to follow the story? I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go on.
You know Smalling?
Chris Smalling, yeah.
Chris Smalling. He said to Roma, like, yo, I'm out. Love you, man. I'm going to Saudi for the paycheck. You know his first game, what happened?
what?
He went to Shabab. His first game, own goal, got sent off.
Oh, wow. The Jonathan Woodgate.
Woodgating.
Got skates.
No.
Oh, it's his debut.
Own goal, debut,
Yeah.
own goal, got
And red
sent
card.
off in the stadium.
Crazy. Crazy.
We'll talk about Saudi League. I told you today.
Secure the bag.
Bro, we
I've
might
lost
have
the
to.
centre-back partnership. Simican and Laporte.
Simican, but
Bro,
that
that's
guy there, I
I
know.
couldn't believe. I said, Simmer who?
Yeah.
I said, no way, sir. Because I'm like, Simican should be going to one of the top clubs in Europe. Whatever.
24.
Him and Laporte centre back. Yeah, we need to start covering Saudi League here.
You know what's
Yeah,
mad?
we are. We're going to start covering Saudi League.
Bro, you know Nasser? The person off the bench, Angelo from Chelsea.
Yeah, your channel.
You're lying.
We need some.
Angelo
We're
from
going to cover
Chelsea.
Saudi Pro League.
Yeah.
Angelo from
Starting to get
Chelsea.
interesting there.
Please.
Starting to get interesting there.
I might tune
We're
in.
going to start
SDS.
covering the Saudi Pro League, I'm sorry, because it started to get interesting there. All right, let's move on to the final game. Brighton vs Ipswich. It was the only goalless draw of the game week. Ipswich, of course, newly promoted team going away to Brighton, so that's a good result for them. I feel like they're going to leave with their heads held high.
that's true.
You know, Brighton seen as one of the most exciting teams. You know, having a good, decent start to the season. Obviously, beat United, drew to Arsenal at Emirates. So for Ipswich, it's a very good result.
Drew to Arsenal.
Yeah, Brighton drew to Arsenal.
Oh, I thought you said, sorry, I thought you mentioned
No.
Ipswich.
Always says Ipswich.
Ipswich.
Ipswich, no?
Yes,
Yeah,
Ipswich
correct.
said that before.
My bad.
But it was a good performance from Muric.
the goalkeeper.
I love how I said Ipswich. Good, strong performance from Muric. Did really well.
Some
I think
double
got a high,
saves.
on football, we got 9.3 rating.
Yeah, he made some crazy double saves, man.
6 saves he made in that match. 6 saves. Obviously, he was at Burnley last season. You know, so he stayed.
To
in
be
the Premier
fair, we
League.
cooked him last week as well because was it his debut game? I think it was, and he just had like a stinker, and we were like, "Bruv, you again." Same old club from last season. We've seen this before, so credit to him. This is a good response, man. Do you know what I mean? Bro, it ain't easy in the Premier League, man. I'm telling you, it ain't easy.
He's been struggling for the last 5 minutes.
No.
To get it off his hand,
No, how to put it back.
how to hook it back.
So he's been doing this, yeah. He had it like this, bro.
Hey, fix it. I want to see you fix it.
Old man.
He's been struggling that.
You're really special, innit?
Back in place.
Yeah,
What's his
They
new
definitely had
technology?
him with the teaching
Yeah,
system.
yeah,
he definitely had one, man.
For
He definitely
sure.
was, bro.
Speech
It's
therapy,
the last game,
everything.
man. Yeah, 6 saves for Muric, 4 saves from shots from inside the box, 2.22 goals prevented, and 9.1 sofa score rating. Of course, he probably is the reason why they left with a point in that game. Ipswich, after the first 2 losses of the season against City and Liverpool, they had a very tough start to the season. That's City and Liverpool. Have drawn against Brighton and Fulham. So finally, when they got out of the City and Liverpool games, which of course they were expected to lose, they played 2 teams that are supposed to be considerably better than them, in Fulham and Brighton, and got points in both those games. Will McKenna be able to keep them up? I did say Ipswich is the one team from the new promoted teams that I think have the best chance of staying up.
They had chances
Purely
to
because of
win.
their manager.
I
I
said
think they
I'm-
have a championship level squad.
Yeah.
But I like the gaffer.
I think they've assembled almost like the best of the championship, though. The thing I think they'll be like Luton last season, where they will go down, but they will definitely have like a lot of fun days. They will have moments. They will have games where, and hopefully, as the results are showing as well, they're learning as the season goes on. Because I think Luton, if you looked at the first maybe 3 or 4 games, you were like,
slack.
this might be Derby County, Sheffield United 2.0.
Facts,
but
facts,
then
facts.
as the weeks went on, you were like, yo, they're getting better. And then guys like Adebayo are popping out of nowhere. and
top form and they got
yeah,
injured.
bro. So
For Ipswich, they've got
Ipswich,
Elango.
they've got talent.
We got Elango.
Elango.
Oh, Elango, yeah. Ugh, Elango. Yo, that brother food. I said last week.
right though.
Was he right?
No,
Was he
he's
a real
actually-
person?
Bro,
Yeah,
that's what
Elango's
it
the
was.
mayor of
After the episode, I went on Google. I said, "There's no way he just randomly knows this information." I'm telling you,
Nah,
we're
he Googled
donating
it. He-
Foo's
he-
brain
he
to a
Googled
brain
that.
trust.
He
We
Googled
have
it.
to. We have to.
know,
It's our duty as SDS members
Facts.
to do that. If we do not have his brain studies,
What about his
we
brain?
failed
I saw
as
your
a
face,
society.
This
We
brain
don't-
needs to be
We
studied,
don't
bro.
even need to look at
do
it.
that one.
There's not a lot in here, trust me, brother. Fu, there's a semblance of a brain. This is just a rock being held to a brain like that. Look, he still hasn't figured it out. Look. God, start one more time.
It's gonna be processed that, bro.
Yeah, but there's not much else to say about a 0-0 draw. The only thing is Brighton should have left with a win there. 21 shots in total. They had 6 of them on target. Muric saved all 6.
Yeah, Matoma.
Yeah, but listen, I mean,
Do you know who's the other one? Minte. Minte goes from 1 week the best
Yeah.
player in the world to
What-
next week the
what
worst
happened
player
to-
in the
What's
world.
that left back's name? Starts with E. I can't pronounce it. Never pronounce his name.
Estupinian.
Yeah, what happened to him?
I think they're still winning back in. I think he was
had a
out
long
for a
injury.
while, and they're
Long
easing him
injury.
back in, like he's playing minutes. But Hinchwood's getting a lot of minutes. Hinchwood's looking like the starter for the season at the moment. But you know, I don't know what's going on. Obviously, João Pedro didn't even play this game at all. I don't know what
Rotter
happened with him.
hype.
Huh?
Rotter hype, man.
Jorginho Rota, yeah.
Not a fan.
I even
Don't
saw.
like him?
He's ass.
40 million
I'm not sure why
Couldn't do it
Leeds
in the
signed him. I'm not
Championship.
sure why Leeds signed him in the first place for like
for 40 million.
for like 40
Yeah, they signed him for 40 million, sold him for 40 million.
I hate those kind of build of strikers, bro. Like lanky, but they don't have no ball playing. Like
They're not physical either.
and they're not physical either. And you're supposed to be a clinical finisher, but you can't even finish your dinner as well. Like I hate them. Like it's like Fulkrug for West Ham as well. Like he comes on, he doesn't need nothing.
Yeah, he's ass.
I hate those people, fam. Like show me something. The brother is worth 40 million. He can't do something. I said it. I think I said it on the first episode. He's going to be the flop of the signing for the price of 40 million.
Flop of the signing.
Yeah, well,
That's a crazy one. That's a new
I
one.
said with Facebook, you have to know what he's trying to say.
What was it? What did I say?
Flop of the signing.
Flop of the signing. I don't know
Flop
what
of the
that
signing. Well, define what that means if you can.
Flop of flop of the season.
means. In Arabic, that's what you're doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for
It's translated.
that's it for the roundup. The last part we usually do is the FPL stuff. Like I said, I quit, but I'm gonna carry on for you guys, the guys that are still playing. Fawaz is actually top right now.
Huh?
Fawaz is moving to first place.
I think we might have to do an investigation like we did for Mercer.
Mercer
He
was
did,
in
he did the
second.
Douglas Luiz thing last
Mercer's
year,
in
innit?
second, but the verdict for his case for this season hasn't been added yet, so we don't know if we're going to deduct points or not. But that's still being assessed. Abs has moved down to third. From people on this table, FaZe has gone down to seventh. Ren is in 11th.
Wait, how
I'm
many
second to
people
last,
in
and
this league,
Fawad is last.
11th.
Yep.
I don't even
And
play.
then you've gone up.
I went from 4th to 7th.
Yep, you've gone down. And us two are bottom two, but we
fine.
don't play.
You're on bottom 2 already.
I was first 2 weeks ago.
Bro.
I took out Haaland, I took out
He's one of
Watkins.
those brothers that try to be smart.
You told me. You
Let me
said
start
Jackson.
Nicky
I
Jackson.
had a dream.
And the worst one about it, after Haaland scored the first hat trick, he's like, you know what?
I
I've
triple
learned
captain
my
that day.
mistake. Huh?
I triple captain him the first
Yeah,
hat trick.
You're sicko though.
Yeah.
I was genius.
Yeah, but he learned from the
Yeah,
mistakes that, you know
but
what?
then
I'm bringing him back. Why the f*** you bring him back? I don't get it.
I don't want to play this game anymore.
Yeah, now
It's fantasy.
Now you don't want to play.
It's fantasy.
What are you gonna achieve at the end of
Oh
it?
yes, please, Haaland, score goals. We're competing with you for the league.
You man are competing.
Leave me alone.
I've got no interest in the Premier League. I'm just having
I'm
fun.
done.
You're a
Anyways,
nerd.
for you guys that are playing,
Grow up.
I'm just salty.
You're
I'm not
nearly
gonna lie.
40, bruv.
But for you guys that are playing,
Start a family.
we have an SDS Ultras League for you guys. There's over.
He's using my line.
There's over 10,000. There's over 10,000, maybe even like
Ages,
15.
man.
I think there's about 15, 20,000 people in this league. And obviously, the person who wins this league gets a prize of either £500 cash prize or appearance on the podcast at the end of the season. And we're at the top 10 for you guys right now. In first place, K9. In second place, MK United. In third is M Al Shamari. In fourth is FC Gribas. In fifth is Al Raba Beta
definitely
Meraba. Of course, Al Shamari. In sixth is ASB. In seventh is Redchester. In eighth is Musclehead FC. In ninth is Gunners. And we have 2 joint 10s. La Rambla and Lalana Roads.
That can never be me, fam.
Interesting choice of name. Interesting choice.
There we go. Lalana Roads. Adam
You are
Lallana.
a sick man, whoever you are.
So yeah, whoever gets the win in that league
You will
in the
not be
season.
getting invited to the season. The owner of Lalana Rose, no. Stay at home.
But yeah, that's the end of this week's Premier League roundup. We will see you guys very soon, as it's a week of Champions League football for the new format, and also big game week coming up next week as Arsenal
And
play
also-
against Man City.
Mastermind.
And also this week, Mastermind final.
And also, live show tickets, last
Actual
opportunity.
tickets, last opportunity. Not many going
Description.
left.
Watch out for Wednesday. Me and Lias in the final.
There we go. Bye.